I'm down here in the bottom right-hand corner. There's Brian Heitkotter over there. We're waiting on the arrival of Robby Unser on camera. He'll be here. He'll be out on track. And also with us today is Kevin Ford. We're here for Hotlap Humpday by Ricmotech, the third edition of the year, the March edition, where each and every month we will have a hot lap event with the winner getting a Ricmotech t-shirt and a golden ticket to the finale in December where you could win $500 in Ricmo bucks. I would love to. I could easily spend $500 and a lot more at Ricmotech, so that will be nice when I win that event in December when I out my 11 competitors, because I already have a golden ticket, which means I'm here for the fun of it today to be a disruptor in chief as we conquer the newest track in the iRacing lineup, that being Circuito de Jerez. I'm sure I massacred that name, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we are here for Hotlap Humpday. If you want to join us, you are welcome. It is a random car track, not random. It's a picked car and track at this point. We are in the BMW M Hybrid V8. I don't know if I've ever driven this car. I can tell you I've never driven this track, so this should be fun, and I'll have to use a lot of my 2.5 hours getting prepared today. But if you want to join us, you are welcome. The password is Real Gear. Go to the hosted section, look for room hosted by Frank Rico. Type in the password Real Gear, and you'll be out on track with me, Brian Heitkotter, soon to be Robby Unser, and the announcer, Kevin Ford, who I want to bring on the mic now. Kevin, how are you today?
I am fantastic, Shaun, and I'm even better now that it's Hotlap Hump Day.
Hotlap Hump Day. You got to love it. I always, I say this every time it's early in the month, but when the first Wednesday comes on like the first, second, or third of the month, right, I'm already clued in. I'm like, oh, it's an early Hotlap Hump Day this month.
Right.
You know,
yeah, or it's a late one, right?
Yeah, that's how tuned in I am for the third Wednesday of every month.
I love it.
I see Oldest Pudikilis came in. He's going to be fast and hard to beat.
Oh, he sure did. Yes, he did. Yep, he's one of our top drivers and one of our regulars here in Hotlap Hump Day. So great to see him back out. And of course, that password is Real Gear for all of you that are wanting to jump in here. So come on out. Real Gear will get you into the room.
Yeah, normally I would put the challenge, like maybe in the description. Come out and see if you can get the better of me. And today I'm saying if you show up on track, you're probably going to get the better of me. I don't think I'm going to be very strong here in this car. This is not, I am not a fast race car guy. How do you like that?
You know, Shaun, I'm with you on that because, yeah, this is not my speed. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to drive, but when it comes to this kind of stuff and racing and hot lapping, yeah, I'm better off in those little toys, you know, Mazdas and things.
Well, I think in a car like this, they want me, the driver, to do a bunch of stuff beyond drive the car.
Yeah, and that's just not your wheelhouse.
No, I use my hands, I use my feet, and I'll use my thumbs. But if I need more than that, I'm out.
Yep. Hey, some of us are just drivers, man. I get it. I get it. We are not engineers. We don't pretend to be, right?
Now, Brian, I would assume that you're a little more comfortable in a car like this than my description of the moment.
We will see.
Well,
I love the extra buttons. I assume you got to do some hybrid energy management in this car.
Yeah.
Is that what you're referring to?
Well,
yeah,
no,
there's. I think so.
Yeah, no, I don't think you need to with this one, but it is more about understanding, you know, some of the chassis adjustments to the car and what some of the, you know, engineering aspects are to this machine. So, yeah, you know, hopefully someone that's got some more experience with this thing will be willing to share at least a rough setup to help some of the other drivers out tonight.
That would be very beneficial for me, I can tell you. Deja Dave, how do you enter? Great question. If you would like to join us, go to the hosted section on iRacing and look for a room hosted by Frank Rico. We are at Jerez, or Circuito de Jerez. Jerez.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
And we are in the BMW M Hybrid V8. So as long as you have the car, as long as you have the track, the password is Real Gear. So when you get to that host room, type in the password Real Gear, and you are here. We have 2 hours, 15 minutes of practice. We have a 30-minute qualifying, and then we have two 15-minute heat races. And at some point, at some point, Kevin will bestow upon us the amount of people moving forward into the main events and the amount of people in the inverted grid. And did I just hear Robby stumble in?
We did hear Mr. Robby Unser.
Robby's here!
Hey, woohoo! All right.
Stumble being the exact word. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're better now that you're here, my friend. You wouldn't believe how
Yeah.
many people have been writing in wanting to know where you were at. So
Yeah.
yeah, he
I
doesn't
feel bad
believe
for
that,
them.
does he? Yeah. Good
Right.
stuff. Good stuff. Hey, Robby, we have a lot of speed for you tonight here with this combination. So, yeah, we won't be
I haven't
tinkering
even
around
seen
in
it. I'm trying to download. I mean,
Yeah, the track is new. It's going to be new to everyone because this track just came out this week on iRacing. And for those of you that are questioning whether you should purchase it or not, well, I would say that the Hot Lap would be a really good excuse to get this course because I got a feeling it's going to be showing up on a lot of official series. It's big, it's wide, it's fast, and it has a lot of fun and excitement to getting around this course. Really a fun track to drive.
Well, you know iRacing's going to have it on the schedule of everything. because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the
you bet.
track.
You bet, absolutely. The only car I probably wouldn't bring here would be either the new Ray car or a Mazda, the GR86, something like that. Here, you might have to pack a sandwich for the straightaway. So, be better off to be running something a little bit quicker here because there is a lot of long straights here.
Wow, does my wheel feel odd?
It
this
feels
car-
fine from here.
Is this car just very muted feeling car?
What kind of car is it?
No, it's the BMW hybrid V8.
Okay. Oh God, this is going to take me a while. So the bad news is I might have to bolt out right before the race.
Oh no.
I know I can't. So my wife's getting this foot surgery done for I don't know
okay.
plantar fasciitis, and the guys. That's why I'm late. They called the day and said we can get her in.
Oh boy.
For her.
Now.
Looking at the pre-op thing.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I'm gonna have to go. I left her at the doctor.
Oh goodness. Boy, that's a dedicated sim racer. Yeah, honey, you just stay here at the hospital. You'll be fine.
I didn't know what
Let
else
me go
to
get
do.
these laps in, and I'll be right back. I love it.
It's rough.
My-
What are you
my
gonna
wheel-
do?
Oh, that's great.
My wheel is acting a little funny.
Well, that's not good. Yeah, you should have a fairly, stiff sensation. It feels pretty nice and tight and smooth for me when I'm driving it. Brian, if the wheel feels all right to you in the car?
I'm just getting into the sim
This could
myself.
be forever.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Copy that. Well, we have Kenneth Estep out on track already, so great to see some of our regulars coming in. Gregory Cole,
No, he's just my spotter.
that's your spotter. Looking at the list here.
Greg Cole
Aldous.
providing the standings for the room.
Right. Want to send a big thanks out to Greg. Yep. Well, tonight we are at Circuit Jerez, the GP course here, 2 3/4 miles around this beautiful track. Located about 90 miles south of Seville in Spain.
Hey, Kevin, you want to watch
Yep.
a car?
Oh, boy, that is why we're
I
here.
might not even.
You. Oh, you. All right, there we go. Let's put something on the screen here that people can enjoy. That would be the one and only Mr. Shaun Cole out there in that familiar blue and orange Simpit machine. Wow, bright orange wheels nonetheless.
I did that for the broadcast, by the way. Oh my God.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, that one. The one with the orange wheels.
The
yeah.
orange wheels.
Well,
Yeah,
I did it so it'll make me look like I'm going faster than I really am.
Sean, what is the car out front? Oh, wait, it's the one with the orange wheels.
Yeah, can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
Yeah, this car feels like it has a lot of power steering. It's tight, yes, but it's like Let me rob you of much sensation of what the car is doing.
Right. So for those of you watching that think you have what it takes to make it to the top of the leaderboard here in tonight's Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge, brought to you by Ricmotech. Come on out and join us. The Real Gear is the password. Again, Real Gear, R-E-A-L-G-E-A-R. It's all one word, all lowercase. That'll get you into the session. We are on iRacing, of course, tonight in the hosted sessions. Look for the room hosted by Frank Rico, and look for that Ricmotech Hotlap Hump Day description there. Yeah, that's a pretty tight corner there. It's probably the tightest one on the track there.
Thank you, Andres. We got that hooked up. Andrew, yep, I totally understand. Totally understand. Just checking on comments of the stream. Sorry there, Kevin.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I'm trying to get my stream up here so I can see what's going on with comments, if I can get it to load.
Okay, let me look at one other thing on my end real quick. Oh, my computer didn't like that. What profile do I have loaded? Car, is it me? No, that's my profile. Yeah, all right.
640 horsepower in this V8 machine here tonight, bringing the BMW hybrid out to Circuit Jerez this evening. Brand new track on iRacing, and well, we'll just call it a relatively new car to iRacing as well, and a relatively new car to the real world. Actually, my wife and I attended the 24 Hours of Daytona this year and got to see that brand new Beamer come screaming down that tri-oval there.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was quite amazing, I'll tell you. It is a beautiful machine. 24 was tremendous this year. I think it was the first time in 10 years that it didn't rain. We got lucky.
All right, I have to map some things. I forget I did a complete everything. I was literally this morning when I woke up, I was driving on a Track Racer TR8 Pro rig with a Moza R21 base and a round wheel, Moza pedals, Moza shifter. And minutes before the stream, I pulled my rig, my R seat, with my Ricmotech pedals, my SimuQ wheel, and my GSI rim, and threw it in and said, okay,
wow.
let's hope everything works good and you can adjust real quick.
Holy cow. Man.
But it meant that nothing was mapped. That's been the hardest part so far.
That's the downside to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, oh, nope, black box. Nope, that's not working. I don't think I'm going to need that. Don't think I'll need that.
Watching Kenneth Estep here, coming back out onto the front straightaway here at Jerez.
Where is Jerez at?
Jerez is located about 90 miles south of Seville, Spain.
Robby, do you have a camera on?
Oh, no, I haven't gotten that far. Sorry.
I believe the name of the town.
Dude, I don't have the track bot. I don't.
Understood. I was where you were a while ago. So
yeah, we've been all trying to get everything
here.
ready for this. Yeah, no worries. Take your time.
What the?
I don't know why Kevin keeps taking it off of cars. It's because I'm on pit lane and he was watching me. I think that's why. I can probably clear that.
Sorry about that, guys. I'll make sure we stay on cars here.
I can clear that by just getting back on track. And my, I don't know what I'm doing set up. I don't know this track. I got to figure it out too.
Yeah, this is going to be a new one to a lot of people. It's 15 turns here at Jerez.
Brian, do you know it?
Nope. I've heard of it before. It's an old F1 track, right?
Yeah. Yep, old F1 course, yep. A lot of motorcycle racing has taken place here. It's been...
It's smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kevin, you still have it on scenic view.
No, I'm watching the...
Is that right?
I'm watching Kenneth Estep going around.
Then maybe I have my thing stuck. Maybe it's on me. That'd be a pisser if that's gonna be a new problem today.
Yeah, that would be a bummer.
Are you looking at the glass
Yeah, I'm
restaurant
watching.
pit lane?
No, I'm watching Kenneth Estep going around the course.
Whoa, what is it doing? I know what it did. Where
Uh-oh.
is I know where it is. Hold on, where is it?
Oh, Kenneth's having a little bit of a connection
There
issue.
we go. That was Shaun's bad. I had my emergency game capture running. We were watching Greg Cole's screen.
Oh, uh-oh. There we go. Now we got some cars out on track. Well, and of course, this is our third edition for 2023, March Hot Lap event here tonight, Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge.
Be
We're
right
going to
back.
change it up a little bit. Oh, go ahead, Shaun. I'll wait till you get back then to announce that.
No, that was Robby.
Oh, that was Robby. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we're going to mix things up just a little bit tonight. I'll announce a little bit later how many drivers we're going to actually take in the first heat, but it will be a little more than normal, I will say. And then, of course, the drivers that are going to make it into the feature out of the first 15-minute race, well, that's going to be a little bit of a taller amount as well. So we're gonna have some pretty exciting action here at Jerez tonight. And our second event this evening will not be 15 minutes in length. It will be a 20-minute race. Aldous Putelli coming out on track.
Yeah, thank you, Andrews. Thank you, Andrew. That was my bad. I have an emergency stream running in case Kevin has a problem, and I had turned that one on, and it was watching nothing. And so I made it so it's watching something, so if that happens again, it'll at least be entertaining.
Yeah, right now our top driver on the board has laid down a time, 1:39.149 is our fastest time. That's coming out of Kenneth Estep in that number 66 BMW hybrid this evening. Aldous Putelli coming in second with a 1:45.233. That's 6 seconds back, so I have a feeling that will change very quickly, as Aldous is usually one of our top drivers on the leaderboard, so I'm sure he'll be chipping away at that time here momentarily. A lot of the drivers will be seeking out some of the off tracks here tonight, looking for those boundaries, if you will, how far they can stretch the limits of the car coming off the exits. iRacing limits you to certain areas on the runoffs off some of those candy stripes there on the outside of the corners. You may only be able to dip 2 tires, or maybe just up to the width of half of the car is able to stretch out there as we watch Aldous come down into turn 1 here. Down around through turn 2, we'll see him track out here and then come all the way back track right. Well, he stayed down on the inside, wrapped through 3 there, now up through 4. There you can see him tracking out. Just that's where I'm speaking of with those track limits there. If you pick up an incident, well, that negates your best lap time. Now, of course, we have practice going on at the moment. That'll be taking place for the next hour and a half. That'll be opportunity for drivers, again, to find those limits here at Jerez, being a new track on iRacing, and also an opportunity for them to work their way up the leaderboard, get that car dialed in, work on that setup a little bit, get the chassis balanced, get that car ready to go for that 30-minute qualifying session that will start at 8 p.m. Eastern time this evening. And we'll have all drivers out there on track for a 30-minute session to set the grid for race 1 tonight. Race 1 will be a 15-minute sprint race here at Jerez. 2.75 miles, 15 turns around this corner as we watch Aldous come out of center chicane there. Working his way down into turn 15, this final corner at Jerez. Bit of not a real tight wrapping hairpin. It's fairly broad in its radius, I should say. There we see Shaun Cole back out on track as he's taking a tight wrapping around through turn 3 and then ultimately up to this big sweeping wrapping corner of 4. Take him down into Cito Panza, turn 5 here. Bit of a straightaway that drops downhill into turn 6, so a lot of speed carrying down into Curva Dry Sack. What a name for a turn, I will say. Wow. That'll be the last time I call that turn out by name tonight.
Yeah, let's just call it 12.
Let's just call it 12. Let's it's a family show. All right, down into turn 12. Oh, good Gertie. Okay, out of center chicane, we see Shaun there trying to gain composure and get up through the final corner here. Oh, goodness. Yep. Golly, I can't believe you hung on to that through any of those corners, honestly. Wow. All right, here we go. Well, we do want to send a big thank you out to Frank Rico. He is out of town. In fact, the crew is out and on an event taking place over in Louisiana, believe it or not. They've got a sim event set up there. And so Ricmotech is on the road this week. So we will not have an opportunity for any drivers to be on display on the broadcast today from down there at Ricmotech. So what you will be seeing tonight are just online drivers competing here for the Ricmotech t-shirt tonight.
More force feedback, please.
Yeah, I doubled mine, Shaun. Seems okay.
It is a light feeling car, right? Oh. But it's kind of a fun car to drive, though, I will say. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's fun. I've not raced it or anything. It's a bit out of my league, but oh gosh, nice catch.
But that's what I like about it. Is right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it's not a full driver aid.
Right. Yep. No, I think they did a nice job with the physics on it. I think it feels really good. Of course, coming back from the 24 hours of Daytona, what do you think the first thing I did when I got in the house?
Yeah, no doubt.
Jumped on Daytona and jumped in this car, man. I had to take it for a spin.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot more, I don't know, I've been meaning, I can't quite put the words on this whole thing about, I guess it's the topic of being a wheelman, because, like, I don't want to take anything away from a modern F1 driver.
Right.
So I don't want to use a word that could be seen as derogatory in any way.
Sure.
You know? But it's like, I just kind of feel like, well, back in time when cars just, like, suffered from massive amounts of over-understeer, the driver had to be really good at driving around the flaws of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the word and nickname wheelman, right?
Wheelman,
in my mind.
yep. Yeah,
but maybe
right.
I have it wrong on what that word really means, because are you going to tell me that Max Verstappen isn't the ultimate wheelman? But, because my argument is yes, I think he is not the ultimate wheelman in the case of what he drives in Formula One.
Right.
Or the Formula One car doesn't allow someone to be a wheelman. But see, I'm not sure if that's the right way of explaining what I really mean.
Sure.
Because I think his level of precision far exceeds a wheel. You know, the original game, You Are the Wheelman, was about being a stunt driver, right?
Right.
So it wasn't even about racing. It was about car control, and being able to guess. So I don't know if I've even explained it here and trying to put my thoughts together on the topic, but yeah, this car allows you to drive it like you stole it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's an interesting point. You know, we do have a driver in here that might be able to enlighten us on that a little bit. Brian, what is your definition of a wheelman?
Well, somebody who's versatile in all kinds of cars, really. I actually find cars like this trickier because they seem like they're on rails until they're not.
Until they're not.
You know,
Yep.
the difference between grip and slip is much more razor's edge. Whereas the older cars, especially with older tires, you can play around with the limit a lot more.
Yep.
You can cross it and go back and forth over it and come back again.
Yeah. A car like this, I think, is more about staying just barely under the limit.
Yeah,
at
just
least in my first 2 laps in the car.
yeah, not leaning on the threshold too much. Yep. Because that, the slip angle in this car is now. You're there and then you're not, and so you almost have to breathe on that point of release a little bit, but not lean on it too much because man, it'll go.
Doesn't help when you don't know the corners either.
Yeah, right. I guess I got confused, Shaun, with the word challenge and Hotlap Humpday. You gonna kick me in the shins now?
No, I'm cool with it. It was just my wallet.
Oh, I get it. I know. Man, I'm honestly glad to know that for the future. I will be a little more aware. I'll be a little more sensitive to my buddy's feelings.
It was just unexpected. That's all. I needed. You know, I've been wanting to buy the track though because I'd heard some really good things actually, and I'm really glad because I'm really enjoying the track actually quite a bit.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
And like you said, every series I'm going to run this season probably is going to encounter that track.
Yeah, it'll be one that everybody's going to want to get. Yeah, because it will be a popular one.
Turn 1 reminds me of like a little baby Red Bull Ring.
Yeah,
Turn 1.
yes, it's very, very similar. Yep. I like that section right there. Where you're at, coming out of 4 there, wrapping up into 5. That whole 2, 3, and then out of 3 tight, or out of 2 tight wrap down into 3. It's just the rhythm of that section's really, really fun.
Oh, that's really hard to slow it down right there.
Well, it is, yeah. A lot of speed carrying down into that corner.
And again, my first time in this car, I'm really actually enjoying this car quite a bit.
Okay, good.
Oh, there I go.
Oh, no. Oof.
Tire through the fender.
Oh, man, that hurt.
All right, if you're watching and you have considered buying Circuito de Jerez, but haven't yet, or maybe you did buy it and you're looking for an excuse to drive it, if you have the BMW M Hybrid, then you have the car and track that you need to be a part of Hotlap Humpday. If you want to join us, go to the hosted section on iRacing, look for a room hosted by Frank Rico, and use the password RealGear, and you'll be part of today's event.
Yeah, it would be great to have you out. We're looking for new faces and new blood out here.
See, I said Jerez, and Kevin Americano Ford was like, no, it's Jerez.
It's Jerez. Yeah.
And I came in saying, did I not come in saying Jerez with an H?
Yeah, you did. Yep. If you listen to the Spanish translation or how it's pronounced, it's Jerez. I'm not a Spanish speaker, so I can't do it very well, but it is Jerez, or at least how it's pronounced. So, but if the proper pronunciation for the track or that city, because I believe it's in the city of Jerez, La Fontana or something like that, or yeah, something Angel La Fontana or something along those lines.
Andres, why am I talking to your chat? Why are you not out here?
Yeah, you need to get out of here, buddy.
Kurt, I get it. I am full of the same shenanigans. I don't know the car. I've never driven this track before. I've never driven this car before, and
Yep.
I am a wicked mess in it. But I can tell you, I'm still number one on the board, which means everyone's in the same exact boat. I don't think many. If you've only been racing for the last decade, you really have not driven this track, because I have not seen this. You'd have to go back to like R Factor 1 days, right?
Yes, exactly. I've not seen it since R Factor 1. Yep.
So I don't think anyone's going to have a huge advantage. No one's going to have a great setup unless they're paying for them.
Right.
And the car is a relatively easy to drive car.
Yeah, it is. I
don't
think
think it's an overly difficult car. If you have a little bit of throttle control, I think you should be fine. So,
yeah, don't let that shy you away from the opportunity tonight, guys. Come on out and join us. It's a great track. It's going to be a popular one on iRacing. Big, fast, and full of unexperience of all the drivers, not just one. Yeah, Shaun, you are holding down the top time literally by 1/1000th of a second.
Oh
my goodness. Yep. All right, let's do a little announcement out here.
My best time is like a second and a half off of my optimal.
Oh, gotcha.
This corner's really fun. I haven't figured out the angle on a few, and we're so low in this car. It's a little hard visually to get it quickly.
Yep. Yeah, there are definitely a couple of blind areas here.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing some recon laps in a Miata. Yeah, if you're thinking of joining us, you might want to do some recon laps in a Miata and then hop in this bad boy.
Great to see everyone as we are into March edition of Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Competition. Great to see all of you tonight. Shaun Cole bringing it down. Get it to step. Okay, we're coming out and we're seeing Robby Unser joining us here. Simpit Showtime Live. Shaun Cole is broadcasting live. Finding it there already. Tonight's combination will be a brand new track of iRacing Zero's racing course. Taking a long time, opening in 1985, 15 turns here, 2 3/4 miles around this place. It is a lot of fun to drive in it. Tonight, we're going to have a first challenge. We're going to have 2 full sprint races at the end of the night. All the lines up the second one is going to be 4 minutes of length. We're going to have a 15-minute race and a 1-minute each. We'll be taking 4 drivers tonight. First team. And of course, the second team will also take a few more than 2 minutes. We'll have that little we have about an hour and 20 minutes to start up. We can walk on here. We're going to take it there for that 30-minute walk. All right. We should up there. Get out there, guys.
And of course, we do want to thank Frank Rico for putting on this event. Third Wednesday of every month, you can join us for Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. We are in our 5th year of putting on these events. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Ricmotech.com. So many great products on their website. My goodness, everything from the Momo wheels, Momo rims, I should say, that come with real gear equipment. You can get, just a plethora of different wheels down there. Everything from the extreme sim racing wheel to Sim Magic. Gosh, they have it all. Thrustmaster, factory dealer for Thrustmaster. They carry all of their line of products. Of course, Thrustmaster with that new DD wheel. You have to jump online and check that out. So make sure you go visit ricmotech.com. If you can't find the sim gear you need there, well, I don't know where you're going to find it, because they have just about everything you need. Parts and accessories, sim rigs, starting from stationary small sim rigs all the way up to full motion platform rigs, slip sense, traction loss sim rigs, you name it, you'll be able to find it there. So make sure you visit ricmotech.com. Robby, have you
I
graced
finally
your
made it
presence
out.
here? All right. Well, let's go searching for you there, buddy.
I'm in a weird blue car. I have no idea where I'm going, what I'm driving, where I've been,
Let's
who I'm
see.
with.
You are in that number 9 machine. Let's see if we can find. There you are. All right. Well, you're coming up into a fast sweeper here to the left. That's turn 4. That's going to bring you right back to the left here for 5. Out of 5, you've got a long straightaway here. It's going to take you downhill and then back uphill into turn 6. This is Shaun's favorite turn here, turn 6. This little slight bend to 7. This will lead you up into a big wrapping carousel of turn 8. Bring you up into a right-hander of 9. Double right-handers here. You've got 9 and 10 right after it. Yep. Hold on there. There you go. Down through 10. This is going to lead you into the center chicane. This will take you towards the end of the lap now. You'll head down out of here. You'll have a slight right-hander of 12. This will take you down a little short chute into 13. Or 14, rather. This will be the final corner on the track. This will take you back up onto the front straight. Let's see if we can jump on board here with Robby as he heads up into turn 1 here. Here is.
Ooh.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh,
All
you're
right.
gonna need a new car. Yep.
Yeah. 40, 31. Oh, yeah, okay. I need to follow somebody. Where's Brian?
Don't follow me. Look at my time, Robby.
Wow. Still 10 seconds better than mine.
Oh, Aldous Putelli taking the leader time on the board here, 131.582 out of that 666 machine. Aldous doing a great job, as he always does, finding his way around these courses. See if we can head back to Robby's car here. There we go.
How do you adjust the volume in the car? My car is so freaking loud I can't hear anything else.
So escape out of the car.
Options, sound, I guess?
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're on board with Brian Heitkotter now. Brian bringing it down into 3 here. Heading into that very fast corner of turn 4. Bit of a wrapping tight carousel. Now back down into 5, or into 6 rather. No, that is.
There's only
my
9
bad,
of us
my
in
bad.
the group?
Yeah, so far, yep. Just have 9 of us out here. So if you're watching, you need to come out and join us as we're watching Brian Heitkotter head into the center chicane here at Jerez. Towards the final part of the lap here as he heads
Oh, you got all
out
kind
of
of
14
shit
and
players
now
there.
down into turn 15 here. Final tight wrapping hairpin here that brings you back out onto the front straightaway. Bit of an uphill into turn 1, very similar to the Red Bull ring. Brian looking to improve on his time. Right now, he just landed a 132.163, moving him up to P2 on the leaderboard here. Now about 6/10 back from Aldous Putelli. Brian's starting to get the feel of the course here. I can tell he's not guessing with the throttle like he was earlier. A little more planted. Not as much, yeah. Get a nose shot of this track. This nice flat surface around here. Well, a little taste of the dirt, a few daisies for us. Sorry about that. I have an issue with my cameras here. Well, what is going on with my camera? There we go. There it is.
All right.
Watching Brian heading up through one here once again. Brian's still sitting on that 132.1, 6 tenths back off our leader, Shaun Cole, sitting P3 with a 132.263. Ironically, just exactly 1/10 off of Mr. Heitkotter. John Hill coming in P4 right now with a 132.264, and Kenneth Estep sitting back there in P5 in that number 66 with a 137.129. Watching Kenneth Estep now coming down, or actually that's Aldous Putelli coming through 15 there out of the final corner. Bringing that BMW hybrid across the line. Let's see if he's able to improve on his time. Still sitting on that 131.582. Not quite going to be able to chip away at that one on that lap there. 19 laps on the board for Aldous Putelli. Brian Heitkotter with just 12 laps on the board so far. Brian matching about 1 incident per lap on average here. Aldous Putelli, 2 incidents per lap on this new track learning experience here tonight for the Hotlap Humpday Challenge. Jerez only out, about 4 days now. Let's see, when did that come? Was it last week? When did the new season start? Was that this week or last week? Goodness, can't recall. I've been so busy this week. What do you think of the track so far, Brian?
I think it's a lot of fun. It's a nice, big, wide open track in a lot of places.
Has some nice character to it, doesn't it? I like the flow of the first sector. The first and last sector I really like. I believe Shaun is in the pits. I believe Robby is back out on track now. Okay, good deal. Robby still looking for his first time on the board here. Between the lines, Robby. Between the lines.
Yeah. There's so many adjustments. I'm trying to figure out what all this crap means.
Yeah, what all it means, right? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of tweaking to this car. Love listening to the roar of this motor, though. Man, got a nice sound. Watching Robby Unser here, hitting the center chicane. Turns 10, 11, and 12 there, all linked together. Now out of 14 and down into 15. Ooh, Robby gets a nice run up off that last corner. Let's see if he can actually get a time laid down on the board here. Let's see what he comes across with. That wasn't your outlap, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Okay, gotcha. I thought you had already been out a lap. All right. Take it on board here with Robby is making his way around.
Okay.
There's Shaun.
Damn.
Oh,
Get
hold
slowed
on to it,
down.
Robby. Yeah, I know it's tough coming down that hill there into 6th, man. Got some. Whoa!
Too much rear.
Oof. Yeah, I
Still
don't,
too-
you might have dropped a tire there, maybe.
Yeah, I should have stayed in it. I still getting too much rear.
We're gonna stay with Robby here on camera for a moment.
I've yet to see what a warm tire is like.
Yeah, I know. That's the tough thing with a unfamiliar car at a very unfamiliar track. All right, out of 5 here. We'll watch Robby head up onto the straightaway. This is a lot of momentum that gets carried down into turn 6 here. Very heavy braking. Very tough to get that car load up for that turn 6. That's a really tight hairpin, tightest corner on the track here at Jerez. 7 now through 8. Kind of a carousel here, if you will. Wrapping back track left here for turn 9, set up that entry. Bit of a tight wrapping closing radius there out of 9, now into 10. Again, another corner that wraps tight off exit. Now we'll head down into center chicane, 11, 12, and 13. Out of 13, we'll head up out of 14, or out of 14 here. Sorry, now down into the hairpin of 15, the final corner. Boy, that is a tight wrapping corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
You almost have to go full lock around that thing.
Whoop, too deep.
Whoa! Yep. That turn 1's a bit deceiving. You think
Yeah,
you
you
carry
think-
a little more speed through it, but
Well, and you keep thinking it's like, oh, this car might really work like an Indy car, and you get to the corner, it's like, it really isn't gonna do that.
Not so much, right? It reminds me of, let's see, that's turn 6, 7. I believe it's turn 8 at Donington, going uphill into that right-hander. It's a bit of a blind entry, very similar to that turn 6 here. Yeah, I like this section here, the way this wraps around through into 8 and down into 9. Oh, we got a little company there. We got you loud and clear. You bet. Great to see everyone out tonight. Otis Butelli holding that top time on the board right now as he finds himself down in the 130s now with a 130.384. Brian Heitkotter the same into the 30s with a 130.932. Incredible times out of both of those drivers. Shaun Cole in that number 39 and that Simpit machine sitting on a 131.762. He'll be looking to improve on that here shortly. John Hill out there in that number 7. Great to see John out tonight at 131.820. Man, he is right on the heels of Shaun Cole. Kenneth Estep, great to have Kenneth out here with us tonight, a regular in the Hotlap Humpday Challenge. coming in with a 134.630. Robby Unser has got his first time on the board now after a few attempts, coming in with a 135.742. And we're looking for Jose Cabrera and Joseph Antricoli to get their first times on the board here, coming up soon. Well, if you're watching our event here this evening, this is the March edition for 2023 of the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge. We put this on the third Wednesday of every month. You can come out and join us. This is an open session, and well, I should say it's a password session. Real Gear is the password to get in, but it's open to all members on iRacing. No restrictions. Come on out and join us. We're in the BMW Hybrid V8 here this evening at Jerez, the new track to iRacing, but certainly not new to the real world. What a fun track to drive. We're on board with Robby Unser as he drives down into that final hairpin, and boy, what a save he put on there, and another one coming off the exit. Wow, great job, Robby. Oh, nice. So come on out and join us. Real Gear will get you into the session. Tonight we are giving away a Ricmotech Hotlap sim racing t-shirt tonight. Ricmotech has got these really cool sim racing shirts with a real fun saying on the back of them regarding sim racing. Yeah, be sure to visit Ricmotech.com. Go to their apparel link on there, and you can see what those shirts look like. They are definitely a lot of fun. I know when I wear mine out in public, I get a lot of attention. A lot of people comment and laugh at the little Ricmotech saying on the back. So be sure to go check those out. You can win one of those tonight by winning the feature event here this evening. We will have dual sprint races here at the end of qualifying coming up in about 1 hour, 60 minutes away from getting into that hot lap 30-minute qualifying session. That'll set the grid for round 1 here tonight. And of course, our feature event will be a 20-minute session, whereas the first one will be just 15 minutes in length.
All right.
Back to Shaun Cole here as we watch him. Whoa, he gets a little bit loose and he holds on to it. Holy cow. Wow, he'll be needing to change his drawers when he gets back to the pits. Nothing like dancing around a 640 horsepower hybrid V8. I mean, that's always fun to do, right, Shaun?
Hey, that's a drift car.
That's a drift car.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, aren't they all?
when done right.
Yeah, when done right. Yes.
Or really wrong, either way.
Oh, wow. You're getting good at catching this thing, man.
It's pretty easy. If you're really on it, it saves itself pretty well.
Yeah.
It's kind of a point and stab car a little bit. If you goose the gas, but you stab the brake, it totally saves itself real quick.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
And you can drive through a lot of wiggles. Just keep the gas straight, it's an interesting car.
Yeah, we run it in our World Challenge series. This is the first season that we've run it over there. We're running the GTP with the GT3 cars. Have Am Pro division over there on the Ricmotech World Challenge. But yeah, the guys have had a real good racing with it. It's been fun to have the multi-class going there. Watching Aldous Butelli going a little bit deep there. He's trying to find his limits around the course as well. But he's doing a great job. He's holding down that 130.384 on the board right now, just 0.3 ahead of Shaun Cole. Shaun Cole. Oh, Shaun Cole moving up the board there to P2. What a time out of him, a 130.615, putting himself just 0.3 of a second behind Aldous Butelli. Aldous having a great night out there as well with that 130.384, but now Brian Heitkotter finds himself back in P3. 0.3 separating the top 3 drivers on the leaderboard.
Kevin Carter, 3 points. Kevin Carter asked how far in track and car? Which is a great question.
That is a great question. Yes.
What do you say, Kevin? What's the proper answer to that?
What the proper answer to how soon the drivers know when there's what the car and track combination is? We launched the session at 6 p.m. Eastern on the third Wednesday of every month, and the drivers find out about the car and track at 6:01.
There you go.
Sorry for the big buildup on that, but I wanted to make it interesting.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't know either. I get an email from Kevin. I'll be truthfully honest. Like 2 hours before the event, I get an email from Kevin telling me that so that I can get my stream ready and download the content. But when you consider the amount of things that I have to do to prepare for the stream, it does not give me a chance. I never get a chance to even turn a single lap. So today, a real true rarity, I have never driven the car or track either. I've not driven a different car on this track. I've not driven this car on a different track. I've never seen either before, just like the rest of you probably today. So and that's what makes Hotlap Hump Day fun, is that nobody has a advantage over it. You know, the only advantage you'd be is if it happened to be like, oh, that's my favorite track, or oh, that's a car I run all the time, or oh, that's a car that I have setups for. That's the only time there's really an advantage, is when it just falls like that. Robby, did you get a camera on today, or is that not?
If you want me to try, I can flip it up, but I didn't. Go ahead.
I know it's a rough day today, so if you feel like it,
I might have to leave early is the only
that's right.
reason that I'm worried about it.
Right.
And as slow as I am, if there were more people in this race, I wouldn't even be considered.
Well, we could always order an Uber for your wife so that you could run. I'm kidding.
So I can start last and run last. That's always fun. She's the one that suggested I'll just take an Uber.
Yeah, right.
Text me when you're done.
Yeah, right. Yep. Oh, goodness. Yes, even sim racing can't keep us away from taking care of our ladies.
No.
Yep.
And here, the doctors, I mean, I swear to God, they're just, hard to deal with anymore.
Oh, that's tough. Regarding our combinations for each month, back to that, we typically don't feature a new track like this early. This is the first that we've actually donned a track that came out right before Hotlap. But that's one of the things that we do. We try to throw out some unique challenges out there. We've done some pretty crazy combinations at times over the last few years, haven't we, Shaun?
Yeah, we have.
We've had some rally cars on some very interesting non-rally tracks, and we've done some pretty zany things. But at the same time, as much as we've had fun at some of those events, we try to make it something that's at least very presentable and fun to do. A combination that drivers can have a fun combination. Well, here's one that we did. We took the off-road trucks to Brands Hatch last October, I think it was, and my gosh, did we have a blast there. We incorporated some new off-track rules for the trucks on a road course, and that was one of those very off-the-cuff events, and my gosh, Shaun will attest to this. It was probably one of our most memorable events.
Oh, that was when you were talking about memorable events, that one immediately came to mind, of course.
Right. I think everybody just had a scream at that event, and it was packed. I mean, we had a room full of cars, trucks, if you will. I'll never forget the scene of all of those trucks trying to manage through Druitt's Corner at the start of that race. We had, what, 20 or 23 trucks or something out there that night?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was just crazy. Yeah,
It was.
and everybody did such a great job. They were banging off each other, but everybody really just raced well. It was incredible how exciting it was.
Yep.
Joseph Anticoli's got a time on the board now, a 136.503 as we watch him roll out off a pit road onto the track here in that Hussenfeld machine. Looks like Joseph took a liking to your orange wheels, Shaun.
Yeah. Part of the Orange Crush.
Yeah.
So the entire blue area is safe, it seems?
Yeah. At places. I don't think all the way. I think, yeah, you're just going to have to kind of flirt with that a little bit.
On turn 1, I crossed the blue and white well into the blue with my left tires, and it was cool.
Okay, good. Did that help you kind of rotate a little bit there?
I don't know, because I was so focused on looking and seeing if I got an X. And then
You're
over
saying
here,
where on the entry of one?
Yeah, on entry of 1, you can cross over the blue, it looked like. Now, on the next uphill left, you cannot do it, though. So it's like
uphill right or uphill left?
Right,
oh,
sorry.
Right, okay, that's turn 6, your favorite corner.
And then it looked like the next one you could, those are all the right-handers for some reason. Those are the ones that are easiest to do it on, I guess, are all the right-hand corners. Now I got an off there for crossing.
Oh.
Too soon, I can't tell me if it gave me another one. I mean, that makes the track a lot bigger.
Yeah. Well, if you can open up those radiuses a little bit and get, a faster run through center, yeah, I would say go for it.
On the second to last corner, it looks like you can go. On the final corner, I'm in the blue completely with no
car.
X.
Okay. Down wrapping the bottom, just staying right down the bottom of the corner.
Yeah, and you can use all the green runoff, it looks like, coming off the final corner.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to try again. No X for that.
How much fuel do we need? Does anybody know? Well, it don't matter. I'm probably not going to make the race.
Well, yeah, true, but it wouldn't hurt for me to calculate that if somebody can get me an average lap usage.
I can.
Okay.
0.5.
0.5? Okay.
Thank you, GSI. There's a lot of runoff to be used here.
Is that Edgar Sanchinelli? No, somebody else. Ivan Perez. The new driver, great to see him out here. All right, watching Aldous Butelli. He's, oh my goodness, he just dropped down into the 129. So 129, are you ready for this, guys? A 129.168. He literally dropped a second off of his time. Holy cow. And Brian Heitkotter is down to a 130.035. Yikes. My gosh,
Yeah.
you guys. Unbelievable.
Shaun Cole's in the wall.
And Shaun Cole has found himself in the wall.
Hey, Garth Brooks. It's been going well. How you doing?
Come on out and join us. Real Gear will get you into the session, folks. We'd love to have some more drivers out here at Jerez. New track to iRacing. It is worth purchasing. I will say that. It is definitely worth buying. It is a wonderful course. Big, fast, sweeping corners. This will definitely be introduced to a lot of the iRacing series, so this is one you're going to want to have.
Andrews, I'm going to sweeten the pot on that comment. Give me 1 second there.
Yeah, we need to get Andrus out here. Joseph Antipoli has his first time on the board, a 135.734. Ivan Perez now joining us in the number 11, out there looking for his first time on the board.
That's the Pro Series champion for the Simpit Road Series coming up.
Ivan?
Champion trophy. No. Andrus said that if Oldest wins and gets his ticket tonight, that Andrus will join the Simpit Road Racing Series, which is kicking off later this month.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
so I was just showing the trophy because I already have the champion trophy ready to go.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. What night do you guys run that?
That's going to be Sunday mornings.
Oh, Sunday mornings. Really?
Yeah. And we have a pro and amateur. I have an amateur trophy, so here's the pro winner trophy. And then, here, let me go get the amateur. Ooh, I saw a wreck. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, Ivan Perez having a little contact there coming down into the final corner. That'll negate that last lap for him. He will begin lap 3 here, so he can have another shot at trying to get that first time on the leaderboard here this evening. Aldous Butelli definitely stretching his legs out there, looking for those track limits. Has quite a few incidents on the board, still averaging about 1.8 incidents a lap here, so he's certainly reaching out to find those limits for off tracks. Looking for every opportunity to improve that lap time. It's amazing what you can gain if you can stretch out that track out to an entry. Just an extra 3 feet could pick you up another 1,000th of a second through the center of the apex. Brian Heitkotter going toe-to-toe with his laps and incidents. He is 1 for 1 right now. 24 laps, 24 incidents.
Damn it. Too deep every time on that song.
Jump into Robbie's car here and see how he's doing. Coming out of center.
Struggling.
Struggling, he says. Sitting on a 135.101, not doing so bad out there. That's actually not bad. Boy, you're a second quicker than I was just farting around the other day. So, not that my time has any merit to it, but it's certainly not my car and not a track that I got a lot of time with. Boy, nice run through 1 there, Robbie.
Ricmotech high-performance sim racing equipment. Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious esports competitor, Ricmotech has you covered.
Right along on board here with Robby as he heads
Hundreds of
out
name
of
brand
5 down
parts.
the hill towards turn 6.
Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by
Very
the
late
pros.
apexing entry here.
There's only one place to go.
Nice job
Ricmotech.com.
right at the bottom of the apex. Out of 6, backtrack right for 7. Now down to the bottom, stays pretty much wide open this section here. Now into 8, very tight rapid carousel. Takes a wide exit. Now down into 9. This will be a double right-hander out of 9, then right back into 10. Nice run through the apex, tracks out here, gets a nice wide left entry into the center chicane. Take a little bit of curving on both here. Now out of 13. Fast through 14, and then down into the heavy braking drop-off into this tight. Oh, no! The commentary got to him.
Hey, Kevin,
Yes.
Mr. Girth Brooks, a.k.a. Ken, said that you do need to do it. He wants to see some good racing.
Oh, he wants me out on track? Oh, my goodness.
I was away. I'm assuming that was something you said.
Yes, right. Oh, I'm a much better commentator than I am driver.
And, Girth, we got to hear about you getting rid of everything that we've all been through, so looking forward to having you back, man.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah, that's, yep. That's been a transition that many have gone through at different times. Yeah. I had a guy I raced with a few years back that sold all of his gear. 6 months later, got back into it, bought all new gear, had to have shoulder surgery, sold everything again. 2 years later, got everything back again.
Oh.
My gosh, I thought, wow, man, that's a dedicated sim racer there that repurchases full rigs 3 times in a 2-year period.
That high school racing days.
Oh, yes.
Like, well, gotta make rent.
Yep.
Living. So,
That's right. Yep.
I guess I'll sell that bike.
Yep. Get back on your feet. Man, I need a bike.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, Robby. Yep.
She does a little twitch sometimes.
Yep. She likes to dance. Nice recovery. You don't want to go back for fresh tires, do you?
Shit, I got too long to get these things.
Yeah, right. All right, let's see what Robby can lay down here on this lap. He did manage to get down into a 134.418, so he is chipping away at that time as he heads down into turn 2 here. I love this sector. This is a lot of fun. Coming back into the wrapping up 3 here. Pretty much just keep it to the floor, up through the gears. Now you got to lift just a little bit coming off. Oh, not so much. I guess you can take that wide open there, huh? Nice.
Yeah, it's flat.
Down into 5 here, coming out of here, he's gonna have this little bit of drop off, big fast run up towards turn 6. Again, late entry here, late apex, coming into 6. Car roll, set up the exit there, nicely done. Backtrack right, set up the entry for 7, very fast out of 7. Into this wrapping turn 8. Back to the left, entry into 9. Bit of a late apex here.
Damn it, every
Not-
single time with that.
Yeah, that corner just does not like you, does it?
It's like at the very edge, my car gets a push and it just runs off. I'm turning and then nope.
Nope, it just keeps going. Through 12, now into 13. Up out of the very fast kink of 14. Now we'll get ready to start a new lap here.
What up, Frito? Getting out here?
Is that Edgar?
Yeah.
Yeah, get out here, Edgar. Come on, buddy. Show us what you can do in this lean mean machine. BMW M8 at Jerez. Wonderful track. A lot of speed in this hybrid V8.
Ivan Perez has gone P1.
Oh, man, that did not take long. Ivan Perez all the way up to a 128.379.
Oh, shit.
Holy smokes. That driver obviously does not need to learn the track. That's somebody that has got quite a bit of experience here at Jerez. Jump in here like that. Somebody's been a fan of this track and got a lot of time on it when iRacing released it.
Right on. Oh, is that grilled? I think this car looks like the Cadillac. Oh, I love new tracks where you get faster on one corner and then it just ruins the next corner. All right, if you're watching, if you'd like to join us, we're in a hosted session. This is Hotlap Humpday by Ricmotech. Third Wednesday of every month is when we do Hotlap Humpday by Ricmotech. And for that event, we never know the car, we never know the track. We all find out at the same time as soon as the room goes live. Jump in. Maybe in this case, you have to buy the car, you have to buy the track, like I had to. So you buy them, you load them, you jump in, and you see what you can do against others. So here we are. Go to the hosted section on iRacing for a room hosted by Frank Rico, or you can find it by the track circuit code, the Jerez, or you can find it by the car, the BMW M Hybrid, and any of those will find the room. And all you have to do is type in the password, which I have over there, there it is, real gear, one word, all lowercase, no spaces, real gear. We have 34 minutes left in practice. That's how much time on the regular UI you can join the room. Once we go to practice, or qualifying, I should say, which will be a 30-minute session, you will have to use the new UI to join. So if you're watching, trying to get back to your house to be able to be on track, once we get into qualifying, you'll need the new UI to find the room. So, all right, we'll do one more session real quick. Then I'm going to have to take the dog out for a little outing. Get myself ready for qualifying coming up in about 34 minutes. Yeah, there are days in college where 2.5 hours of practice seems more than adequate. There are days where it's just scratching the surface. Definitely feeling that today. Definitely starting to learn the track and know the layout at this point. But I cannot say that I know the perfect breaking point or line. We're getting there, but
All right, Shaun, I've got my camera on rotate here. I'm going to take my short little step away break while you're doing your final run.
Copy that.
Before qualifying, I'll be back here in just a couple minutes.
Emmett. Oh, don't hit that blue curb.
Whoa, shoot. Ah, ouch.
Ah,
Lots
bummer.
more time though. Girth, I don't think you have to do anything. Let me look at controls and see. No, I don't think so. That's the nice thing here is this is a non-maintenance hybrid, if I'm not mistaken. MGU-K deploy mode set. I'm not sure what that is. We got traction control, roll bar, bias. So let's call it a level 2, stage 2 level car as far as driver maintenance goes. I mean, that's the amount of controls that I mean, I'm not known for making a lot of roll bar or bias changes, except for maybe in long endurance races where I really have practiced to know what is going to happen when I make those changes. Traction control. I am not hearing a lot of traction control interference, so whatever setting I have it on must be pretty low. Because usually I'm pretty heavy on the throttle and I am getting loopy, but I'm not hearing a lot of that cutting out of the engine happening. Might be able to get a little more drivability off the corner for me, but that noise hurts my head. I can't. I wish I knew who Kevin Ford was seeing. Unfortunately, the flashing names is not representation of who we're seeing. Excuse me, sorry guys, it's been a very long day for me. Yeah, I was saying that, Gert, before you got here. You know, I'm not really that skilled at making a lot of changes as a driver from the cockpit. You know, you give me a car to drive and I'll just, if it needs me to be lighter on the throttle, I will. Yeah, it is old age. Part of it is just memory. Nothing worse than thinking you're turning a setting one way to find out you're pulling the old man brain fart and turning it the opposite direction. No.
Alrighty, we are back.
Same time as me. So I am going to have to exit, guys. I got to go pick up Hillary.
No problem. Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm going to leave my sim on. Maybe I'll get back in time, but I don't know.
Oh, you might.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
you may be back. You'll see. Yeah, no worries.
Okay. I just got It's about 15 minutes unless I speed. So, okay, if not, good luck. I'll be watching you on
Yeah, don't drive it like the sim now. Be careful.
Oh, too funny.
That's great.
All right. I'll see you guys in a bit.
We'll see you in a bit, Robbie.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, I hear
Too
you're back,
funny.
Kevin. I'll be right back.
Sounds good, Sean.
Stretch
All
my
right,
legs,
buddy.
lower back's hurting.
Yeah, no worries. I bet. Yep. All right, let's see if we can bounce around and see what's happening out here on track. I'm sure we've got some action happening here with a few drivers. Ivan Perez still holding down the top time. He's all the way down to a 128.185. Brian Heitkotter now has taken over P2, and he's sitting on a 129 flat. My gosh, boy, right outside of the 28s. Aldous Butelli in that number 666, still sitting on a 129.168. He now finds himself, about 0.07 of a second behind Brian Heitkotter. Our very own Shaun Cole sitting on a 130.167. That finds him P4 in that number 39 Simpit machine tonight. Jose Cabrera from Ricmotech having a great run here tonight, a 131.155. Boy, Jose having a tremendous run, getting way down there on the clock. Nice job. John Hill having a good run there in P6 with a 131.778. Then we have our very own Robby Unser in that number 9 card tonight, 131.793. Boy, just a couple hundredths of a second off John Hill. Kenneth Estep having a good night out there in P8 with a 133.079. And then Joseph Antacoli rolling up there at the tail end of the field here this evening on the leaderboard with a 135.734. Yeah, so looking for a few more drivers to come out and join us tonight here at Jerez and the BMW Hybrid V8. Real Gear will get you into the session. All lowercase, REALGEAR. Two and 3/4 miles around this track here as we watch the 66. Kenneth Estep struggling to make it around turn 6 there. A very difficult corner actually here at Jerez. Back to the 68 car there, Joseph Antacoli. That Husenfeld red machine heading down the hill and then up the hill into that very tight right-hander of turn 6. Bit of a late apexing corner here. Or I'm sorry, that's turn 2. My bad. Coming out of turn 2, now down through 3. Wrapping into this very fast turn of turn 4 here. It kind of tightens up a little bit on exit there. Swing back left here for the entry into 5. Double apexes here, now down into turn 6. It's a good run off 6. He may have a good lap going here. Now down into the center chicane. Out of that, through turn 12. Oh, and he gets loose, or I'm sorry, out of 13 there, coming into 14. I have to reset his lap there for that run. We'll head back to Aldous Butelli. He's really trying to work his way back up on that leaderboard there, sitting P3 now. He was P1 for quite some time until Ivan Perez showed up. Ivan came in here with just 6 laps on the board and popped a 128.2 something, I believe was that first time that he laid down in the 28s. And then now he's down to a 28.185. Just 10 laps on the board. Aldous Butelli said, not liking that. I am going to chip away at my time here and try to take over that number 1 spot. Watch him head out of 2, now down into 3 here. Very fast exit off of 3. Really just keep that pedal all the way down through 3 and then into this wrapping carousel of 4. Swing backtrack left here for the entry into 5. Oof, gets a little bit loose on that rear end there out of 5 through 6. Able to control it. Out of the center chicane through 14 and then now down into 15. That final very tight wrapping hairpin here. Oof, throws that back end out coming off 15. See what kind of time he can bring in as he crosses the line. Not able to improve on that time. Still sitting on that 29.1. Back here to the 7 car of John Hill. John on a 131.778 currently, sitting P6, I believe. Yeah, P6. As it stands right now, we have 18 minutes remaining in practice here, or hot lap warm-up as we prepare for hot lap qualifying coming up here shortly. And as it is, we have all drivers that will be able to compete. We're going to bring everybody into race one, and it looks like with the count that we have set up for the 2 sprint races tonight, all drivers will be competing in both events here this evening. Oh, John Hill gets a little loose coming into center chicane there on the brakes. That back end will snap on you with this car a little bit. You really gotta watch that braking. You do not want to have any steering input when you lay down on that brake. That first initial contact, that back end wants to step out.
666, stop off track. 666, he's off track.
I do want to remind everyone to visit ricmotech.com. They are the means behind the means. That's right. Ricmotech been putting on this event for the past 5 years now. It's been, I think we've covered about every track and every car out there on iRacing for the most part anyway. We've done quite a few different combinations. What's unique about the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge? Well, the drivers have no idea what track or car we're going to be driving each month that we put this event on. The third Wednesday of every month, everybody gathers around their sim rig at 6 p.m. Eastern time, waiting for the room to launch to see where we are headed for this round. And tonight, well, we are at Jerez GP here in beautiful Spain, about 90 miles south of Seville. Nice weather conditions for our Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge here for March of 2023, our third event for this year. Let's take a look at what we did for our prior 2 events for this year, just to give you a little bit of a rundown on looking at January this year. We started off at VIR with the newly repaved and newly revamped, if you will, VIR on iRacing, and we took the Skip Barber car there. It was the first time we'd ever run the Skip Barber in the Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge. So that was quite an exciting event, and our very own Shaun Cole actually got the win last month. We had a pretty good turnout for that event. In February, on the 15th, ironically, it's March 15th, so the 15th of February, we had the Spec Racer Ford out at Alton Park with no chicanes. We ran the straight downhill straightaway right into Knickerbrook curve there, and so we had a pretty good turnout for that one as well. It was a lot of fun. And of course, tonight we're at Jerez in the BMW V8 Hybrid. You want to come out and join us? Real Gear is the password. You can find us in the iRacing hosted sessions. Look for the room hosted by Frank Rico, the owner of Ricmotech. Frank usually joins us for this event, but the team at Ricmotech are off at a auto manufactured event for one of the manufacturers. They are in Louisiana, putting on a sim event there this evening. Happened to fall on the same day as Ricmotech Hotlap Hump Day. So there's no events taking place at the Ricmotech headquarters like we typically do, where we have both drivers at the open house event competing with all of the online drivers. Well, tonight it's just the online event taking place. But we do have Brian Heitkotter joining us in the booth tonight. Brian, a real world racer, has had great success out there and competing in events all over the U.S. Great to have Brian out here with us, joining us each and every month. Really, he and Robby Unser both. It's great to have those 2 real world drivers out here with us for Hot Lap Hump Day. And that's a great opportunity for some of the sim drivers to get out there and mix it up with some of that real world talent. Right now, Brian Heitkotter sitting P2 on the board, as a matter of fact, with a 128.713. He's just less than 0.6 of a second off our leader, Ivan Perez. Ivan coming out here and really putting on quite a showing. Had just 10 laps on the board, and man, it went right to the top.
will set the grid for our dual races this evening. And as it stands right now, it looks like every one of you are going to be competing in both of the events tonight. Again, that will be coming up here in about 15 minutes, or 13 and a half minutes in qualifying underway. Our first event will be a 15-minute sprint race. And our second event, after the 5-minute warm-up between both of those races, the second event will be a 20-minute feature race here at Jerez. And the winner of that second event tonight will be taking all the Ricmotech simracing equipment. Was saying on the back up about sim racing, given that a winner of our feature event tonight. The other most exciting part of that is that they will give themselves a golden ticket into the finale that will take place on December 21st this year. And that gives you an opportunity to win $500 in sim racing equipment from Ricmotech.com. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and start shopping now. Then all you have to do is win this event tonight, show up in December and win that one, and you're going to walk away with $500 in sim racing gear.
I love that you call it a golden ticket now. We're going to get sued by Willy Wonka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're going to got to abide by the chocolate factory. We're going against all rules. Good stuff.
Oh!
Coming up on 10 minutes remaining here in our hot lap warm-up. We'll be switching over to hot lap qualifying coming up here shortly, and the drivers will have 30 minutes on the clock to go out there and get their best lap time. They'll be able to reset their tires as many times as they need to. Should be an exciting evening tonight. We've got a lot of times really close together out here. This should make for a pretty exciting couple of sprint races between these cars. And of course, with the lack of experience between the drivers and the cars and the track, this could make for an evening of mistakes, and we may find a surprising driver down the order there that may walk away with the victory tonight. Shaun?
Yeah, you definitely could have that happen. The interesting bouncy car that mistakes can be quick.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Stop the track.
Boy, Aldous Butelli still out there putting in laps. My goodness, 40. Let's see, he has laid down 54 laps here in our session so far this evening. He is really wanting to work his way back up that leaderboard. He's sitting on a 129.008 now. He has shaved a little bit off that mark. He's trying to get down into the 28s where Brian Heitkotter and Ivan Perez are sitting. Now just a 0.3 of a second gap between P2 and P3 here so far. Again, we're coming up on, well, just under 10 minutes, about 8.5 minutes remaining here in our pre-qual warm-up.
Let's see, if we're burning half a gallon a lap.
Yes, I need to do that for you. I forgot to.
Race 1 is going to be, what, 8 laps?
Yeah, that's probably pretty close. Yeah, what's, let me see what the fuel is on this car. We are looking at 10.
Honestly, I could probably just put a little bit extra in and be safe, and I'll be fine on this. I don't think. I'm running with 5 gallons right now, which would be enough for 10 laps. Might need to kick that up for the 20-minute.
Yeah, so we've got, let's see, we're running 88. Well, that's not right. 22 gallons. How's that fit you?
Oh, that sounds like a lot.
That's not right.
That sounds like 44 laps.
Yeah, right. All right, so I am showing. Wow, is that right? 10 gallons?
10 gallons would be 20 laps. 20 laps would be 30 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes. 8.5. Yeah, that's, yeah, you're doing 88-second laps, 88 and a half, I figured it on.
Are you hitting like the cosine button or something? What are you doing there?
I'm not sure.
Pull out the old Texas Instruments? What's going on, Kevin?
Yeah, I did, man. Oh, wait, I need batteries. Yeah, so a 15-minute event divided by, we're running 88.5-second lap times. Yeah, that's a 10-lap race, so you're going to need 5 gallons of fuel for the first race.
That sounds much more correct.
I just didn't finish the calculation, that's all.
I think I'm going to put in 6 to be safe, because I don't think 1 gallon is going to make or break my day, but running out loses.
Yep.
And I think 6 is, I mean, that's 12 laps. Even with an extra lap, that's too much.
Yep.
And then for race 2, I'll do something different. I'll throw in a couple more gallons. It'll be 5 more minutes. That's 3 more laps.
Yeah, I'm
so
thinking
that's
like
a
6.5 gallon. Yeah, 6.5 gallons. So you're probably looking at, probably 7 gallons for the second race.
I'll run 6 in qualifying.
Yeah, I would do 6 and 7. Because it's 5.1 gallons needed, so, I would set it for at least more than 5.1.
Yeah, I'm going with 6 again.
Yep, yeah, that's smart.
Only 8 pounds gas. Alright, yeah, I should stretch my legs one more time before. Let's see, we got 5 minutes till qualifying. So, if you're watching, if you got here late and it's a tough track, you might not have even driven it. Circuito de Jerez, Angel Nieto. Really fun track, the newest, latest, greatest track on iRacing. Difficult but fun track. 15 corners, and we're running the BMW M Hybrid V8 car. If you want to join us, there are 5 minutes left to join us on the regular or old style UI on iRacing. The password is Real Gear. Go to the hosted section, look for a room hosted by Frank Rico, and type in the password Real Gear, and you're in. And you still have 35 minutes till our race, so it is 5 more minutes of practice, 30 minutes of qualifying, and then the races themselves. So plenty of time, especially if you do know the track. Once we go to qualifying, you can still get involved, but you'll need to use the new UI to see the room. and you will have 30 minutes once we go into qualifying. Same password, Real Gear, and as long as you type that in on the new UI, you should be able to find us on the hosted section, hosted by Frank Rico, or you could find it by the course or the car. All right, I'm going to stretch my back for a couple minutes here before we go to qualifying, and I'll probably do a early run and stretch my legs, do a mid-run, stretch my legs, and then do a final run and stretch my legs before the race.
Before the race, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
Lower
stuff.
back definitely needs some stretching, though. I'll be right back before qualifying.
Sounds good. All right, buddy. Oh, Edgar Sancinelli out there on track. He finally decided to come out and join us, so good to see Edgar out there. Edgar joining us from the Extreme Motorsports World Challenge and Sports Car Series. Out there in his very familiar black and yellow Frito Sport racing machine. All right, drivers, we are inside that 2.5 minute window here. Just 2.5 minutes remaining in our hot lap warm-up. We will be switching over to hot lap qualifying for our dual races here tonight. Again, we will have a 15-minute heat race, and then we will move into a 20-minute feature race. All drivers will be competing in both events here this evening. We do want to keep that situation awareness up during qualifying as you're exiting the pits. Let's make sure we're keeping an eye on that F3 box. Let's not take away all the other opportunities for the other drivers to get their flying laps in. If you are coming out of the pits and you're on an out lap and you see a driver approaching that's on a flying lap, let's make sure that we yield to that driver and give them the best opportunity to get their actual lap on the board. Again, once we hit qualifying, drivers, as all of you know very well, you cannot have any off tracks or anything during qualifying. That will negate your lap, so everything has got to be clean once we switch over to qual. That will be coming up in just under a minute and a half. Rules are pretty simple for tonight's race. If your car becomes damaged, you must be able to drive it to the pits and get it repaired. There is one fast repair in the session for tonight's event. Again, you must drive to the pits to get your fast repair. If you escape to the pits and tow, you will be disqualified for the event. We do not allow towing in the Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge. You can only drive the car to the pits to actually acquire your quick repair. Other than that, I'll be the eyes in the sky tonight, keeping an eye from race control on driver etiquette and racecraft out there this evening. Of course, with all the drivers that are in here tonight, I think I know just about every one of you, except for our driver at the top of the board, Ivan Perez. Great to have you out here with us this evening. Hopefully you'll be able to join us for the final race here tonight. All right, drivers. All right, drivers, green flag qualifying. Green flag qualifying. This will be a 30-minute qualifying session to get your best time on the leaderboard. Typically, we take the top 16 drivers, but since we only have about 9 or 10 of you in here tonight, everybody is out for qualifying. Everybody will be competing this evening. Let's keep that F3 box up, keep the situation awareness up, and everybody have a good shot at qualifying here. Good luck, everyone. All right, we see the drivers pulling out onto the track here. See how qualifying fares as we are into our 30-minute Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge session here at Jerez. 2 3/4 miles around this track. 15 turns to get a lap done around here. It is a bit of a busy place, but there are some opportunities to kind of stretch your legs and open up that horsepower a little bit. Watch Aldous Putelli, one of the first drivers out here. He's looking to get his first win of the season. 12 races are what makes up the Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge, the third Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. Eastern. We get together to put this event on. Big thanks to Shaun Cole for bringing his Simpit crew out here for the Hot Lap Hump Day every single month. And of course, a big thanks to Ricmotech, Frank Rico down there in Miami. If you get an opportunity to be in the Miami area, you certainly want to stop in and see Frank at Ricmotech. They have quite the facility there. You can sample out some of the rigs. Lots of gear down there, lots of sim gear. I'm like a kid in a candy store when I go to that place. Oh, Aldous Putelli having a bit of a time there coming out of that corner, is able to save the car. Wants to keep that tire temperature up, so he'll try to keep that thing underneath of him, come around and start a new fresh lap here. Take a step back here. See how that 7 car is doing. John Hill looking to get his best time on the board. Right behind him is the 05 of Brian Heitkotter and his familiar 05 car.
You can go ahead, Brian.
No, I'm gonna wait out.
I was on an out lap too.
Got our eyes on Shaun Cole now.
I'm on an out lap.
Yep. Shaun driving his very familiar number 39 blue and orange Simpit machine as he takes it up into the dirt. See how the dirt fares on that nice paint job? Not so well. Ouch, 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 Shaun. Not good, buddy. Not good.
Mucho disappointo.
Yes, yes, indeedo. That's about the length of my Spanish. Indeedo. You're clear, Shaun.
Thank you.
Shaun now down into turn 2, heading up through 3. This very fast little carousel here that wraps up into turn 4. First sector really quick. A lot of back and forth, but very long radius corners. You can really get some speed out of the car. Coming out of 5 now, he's heading up into his favorite corner, turn 6 here. Curva to what? We're going to leave it curva to turn 6. Yes, down through 7. He's got a good run going here on his out lap. Tires a little sketchy on that first lap out.
They're so cold, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, when you first drive the car, you don't notice it until you get a little in sync with the car, and then you're like, oh, cold tires really suck.
Right, right, because you're certainly pushing it a little more once you've gotten used to it.
Yeah.
All right, Shaun coming around now into that final hairpin. It's a nice run up off the exit. Pedal, 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 hurry. Nice run through 1 there. Takes a lot of that blue runoff there on the inside, or outside, I should say, coming into 1. Now down into my favorite turns 2 and 3 here. I love wrapping up through this section. It's pretty cool. Back to the left here for 4. Around 5 and then down that hill into that long straightaway up into 6.
Oh, get the braking done, dummy.
Boy, yeah, Robby was having a real time with that corner as well. Man, he was overshooting that thing like crazy the first several laps. First times coming in on the board, Aldous Butelli laying down a 128.615.
Woo.
Brian Heitkotter in that 05 coming in with a 129 flat, 0.015 on his second attempt out there. John Hill coming in with a 132.068. Nice time for John. Kenneth Estep coming in with a really good time for him as well, a 133.204. So our top 4 drivers on the board. That driver in that number 11 that was at the top of the leaderboard by a long shot in practice, still seeking his first time on the board. And when I say that, I mean that it's his first clean lap on the board. Clean, meaning he was able to get around this track without dropping a tire off the corner, dipping the tire off some of the runoffs, a little too wide on exit. There are track limits that have to be maintained, and so when you're not maintaining those during qualifying, you do not see a time on the board, and well, that's just not the goal you're after, so you got to keep those laps nice and tidy out there. Oh, nice late apex into that corner, Shaun. That was beautiful. How did that feel?
It was a little slow and tight.
Oh, really? Wow, it looked like you had a nice late apex run into that thing. Much better through 6 that time, I must say.
Yeah, it's not a bad lap we're on.
It's back left here to get that rotation into 9. This is the double right-hander now through 10. This will lead him down into the center chicane here. Important to get this right. Making just a little bit of curbing. Now a quick jaunt out of 12, or 13 rather, now through 14. Now down into 15. This is the final corner, very tight hairpin. See how he does with the exit here. Very easy to get that back end loose coming up off that corner. Unwinding that wheel, he gets a good run. Let's see what kind of time he pops on the board. Oh yeah, 4/10 taken away from his last time. All the way up to a 130.659 now. What a time out of that number 39. Moves him P3 on the leaderboard. Nice job, Shaun. Oh, he's into the wall. Oh, a hard hit into the wall. We can only hope that the medics can get his neck repaired before the race.
Sorry, John. Oh, I don't think that was my chat button. I don't think we mapped the chat button.
Uh-oh. Driver of the number 7, the number 39, apologize to you for that incident he had back there.
I still almost want to turn on more force feedback.
You're watching the 30-minute qualifying session here of the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge live on the Simpit tonight. As these drivers are after 2 things this evening in this dual 15 and 20-minute sprint races we have coming up. 1 is to win that Ricmotech t-shirt. 2 is to punch that golden ticket for that event coming up on December 21st, where a lucky driver that wins that finale in December will walk away with $500 and Ricmotech sim gear from Ricmotech.com. That's right, go check out Ricmotech.com. You're going to see all kinds of fun toys out there that you're going to want to have, and you can only get it by joining these Hotlap Hump Day challenges the 3rd Wednesday of every month. All you have to do is come out and join us for that 3 hours of excitement. We have a 2-hour warm-up leading into a 30-minute qualifier. Then we have those fun little hot lap races afterwards where you can win a t-shirt and punch that golden ticket, man. There's nothing like going after an opportunity for $500 in sim gear. That's all going to happen on December 21st this year. So make sure you join us. Next month, in April, let's see what day we will be competing on next month, Shaun. I have a feeling it's going to be one of the long stretches of our next event.
I know what day. It's going to be on a Wednesday.
Ah, you are a smart cookie. Wednesday the 19th, as a matter of fact.
Early again, though.
Early again, yeah. 128.352 now out of Brian Heitkotter as he finds himself now at the top of the leaderboard with Aldous Butelli now dropping to P2, 3/10 back. Shaun Cole still sitting on his 130.659 right now in qualifying. P3 on the board. P4 is still John Hill in that number 7 with a 130.802. Drivers had 2 hours tonight to learn this track because most, from what we heard, had not been on this track before, and some may not have even driven the hybrid V8 before. So this was quite a challenge this evening, probably why we have a little bit of a lower driver count here tonight. Not a lot of people own this track yet. But we sure put the challenge on the table to bring this out for Hotlap literally right after it releases on iRacing. Hey, come on, guys, let's go drive in a car you've never been in, and I'm going to put you on a track that, well, you've never seen before.
That's pretty much the spirit of Hotlap Humpday, though, isn't it?
That is the spirit of Hotlap Humpday, you bet.
Oh, garbage, Cole.
Joseph Anticoli coming in now with a 135.348, sitting P7 on the board. Jose Cabrera yet to lay down a time. Watching Edgar Sancinelli working his way around the course here. New track for him as well. He was actually a little apprehensive about jumping in here this evening. It's good to see him come out. Of course, Edgar, member of the Ricmotech Sports Car Series. Of course, that practice happens on Wednesdays as well. We have dual practice sessions from 5 to 8 and 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Two of those take place on Wednesday and Sundays each week of the series. So I'm sure Edgar was over there getting his practice in for Monday's race. Got that out of the way early so he could come over here and join Hotlap Humpday. Ooh, Edgar right now coming in P7 with a 133.488. So he's got his first time on the board now. Shaun, I see you had to reset to the pits. Did you have another little incident?
I just had an off track that negated that lap. And
Oh,
then
bummer.
I decided I wanted to stand up again.
That was the reason for the sigh, I heard.
No, I think the sigh might have been standing up.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, Edgar having a time getting off track there, but he manages to rekindle that lap and get it back going again. Might have to negate it a little bit here. Let's see if he steps aside and lets that driver behind him go. We'll see how that, but I think he actually came out on an outlap with him, so he may be good to stay ahead of that driver and stay in the throttle. Coming down towards the center chicane. Turns 11, 12, and 13 as we watch Edgar coming through 13 there and now towards 14. So bring him into that very tight wrapping hairpin, the end of the lap here at 15. Boy, he really takes a late apex. Wow, looks like he's given up the lap there. He'll be resetting to restart his next time. Back on Brian Heitkotter here. Brian still holding down that 128.352. My gosh, what a time out of Brian here this evening. Don't know that we're going to see Ivan Perez in our event here this evening, the driver that was on the leaderboard prior to switching over to qualifying. That driver may have disconnected from the session, so Opens up some opportunity for Brian and Aldous Butelli. Of course, Shaun Cole has already punched his golden ticket, so if he manages to win tonight, that golden ticket will go to the next driver on the leaderboard.
I'm not feeling very windbound here.
No, just not feeling too punchy about this, eh?
No. I'll be happy I podium.
Oh, I think you could podium for sure, Shaun. You bet. You bet. Oh, Brennan Horn out there. Good to see Brennan coming out to join us. Brennan's another one of our drivers from the Extreme Motorsports Series.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to refill coffee, and then I'm going to come do another run. See, I
Okay.
should be able to get in the 29s. I was in the 29s. I need to get a 29 down.
Yeah, we need to get you back down there for sure, Shaun, because you got a little bit of heat. John Hill's right there on your heels, too.
I'll happily race with John Hill on that, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys can duke it out.
Yeah.
See you in a minute. Yeah, Brennan Horn going right up to P5, just 7 laps on the board here for Brennan. Coming in cold tonight, new to the track.
You hear me?
Oh, who am I hearing? Is that the
I
one?
made it back. How
Robby
much time
Unser?
do I have?
Oh, buddy, you're good. Get out there, man. Get out there on track. You have 12 minutes and 50 seconds.
What do I got to make? Top? Or are we
actually,
making everyone?
You know, it won't take much, buddy. You just get in the 130s, you'll be in good shape. It looks like the Ivan Perez driver and Jose Cabrera are not able to compete here this evening, so that's going to put you in a much better light.
How many are you taking?
We're taking them all tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Taking them all. Everybody gets a shot here this evening. Oh, Brian. Boy, I see what Brian Heitkotter doing. Let's get a nice, good run on that front straight. Oh, Brian comes flying up into turn 1 there. Wow. He works his way down through turn 2 there. Nice wrapping of that apex. Same through 3. Pretty much through full throttle up through 4 here. Now into 5. Wrapping carousel. Takes it to the bottom. Nice track out off the exit. Gets some good speed heading down the straight now towards turn 6. Brian's still sitting on the top of the leaderboard, but looking to secure that a little bit more with a better time. Tracks out nice and wide there, off of 6, down through 7. Now through this fast carousel of 8. Lets that car come right back to the left here to set up the entry into 9. Double right-handers here out of 9. Tracks out nice and wide, gets a late apex into 9. Good run off of 9 there, or 10 rather. Now down into 11, 12, and 13 through the center chicane. Going to take a little bit of curb here out of 13. Nice run out of there through 14. Now down into this very tight wrapping hairpin of 15. Crucial to get that power down nice and tight coming off the exit. See that back end wiggling just a little bit. Yeah, not quite what he wanted. See if he's able to improve.
Did I get
on
a
that
time on the board?
He does take away a little bit of wood off of that. Now down to a 128.123 as he chips away at it once again.
Did I get
Unser,
one on the board?
Yes, he's got one on the board. Robby now P7 with a 133.312.
All right. I can change my shoes.
Watching Brian once again making that run up to turn 6 here. Looks like we're going to have 9 cars competing in our event here tonight.
There's only 9 of us left?
Yep, just 9. Yep, that's all that's left. That seems to be the popular number with these cars. We seem to have 9 at our World Challenge event each week.
Really?
Or each race, yeah. That seems to be the magic number. Yeah.
How much fuel did we end up needing for this
So
thing?
you're going to need 6 gallons and 7 for the second race.
Did I hear Robby made it back?
Robby is in the room. He
Look
is
at
in the
that.
house. I know, right?
Can you believe it?
Wow.
I didn't
Hey,
get pulled
leave-
over.
Leave it up to a retired IndyCar driver to get to the hospital and back in 12 and a half minutes.
We're not going to talk about how much trouble I might be in or not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
Just don't even bring it up.
Right. Poor wife. She's in the bathroom shaking, windblown.
No, she's used to that.
She's used to that.
Turns to yelling. Yeah, no, she knows what to do.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that's hilarious. God.
Where do you set your fuel in this stupid thing?
Oh, it's under the chassis
Oh.
tab. Yep.
Third page on the bottom half.
Yep. So for our listening audience out there this evening, we are going to have a 15-minute sprint race coming up here in just over 8 minutes. That will have a 5-minute warm-up. After that race completes, we will invert the top 8. Not anticipating that we would only have 9 tonight. So we are going to have the 8th place driver will be sitting on the pole for race 2 this evening. So this should be a very interesting finale tonight. You're not going to see the fastest car running away with this tonight by any means, because that inverted grid for race 2 is going to literally almost swap the entire field for that second race. So this is going to be a very exciting one to watch here this evening.
I feel bad for anybody that's putting me in front of them.
Yeah.
Sorry right now.
Yeah, right. Put those apologies out there right now. Yep.
Get that out of the way.
Yep.
All right, you little son of a bitch.
Is that your cloud of smoke in turn 6 there, Robby?
What's that? Yeah.
Yep. Watching that 13 car. Brennan Horn, an extremely talented driver. Finds himself best suited in some of the smaller cars. He really enjoys the Mazda MX-5. Has had huge success with that car in the Classic Sprint Series. Of course, the Classic Sprint Series this year, after a few years of being the CSS, is changing this year. They're actually adding the Toyota GR86 to the Classic Sprint Series, and it's now becoming the CSS Club Sport Series. That'll be kicking off the first.
I'm on
of
an
May.
outlet, John. Go by.
So we'll let everybody know about that series coming up next month in April, as we have the Hotlap Humpday Challenge on April 19th next month. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in our Hotlap qualifying session for March of 2023. This is our 3rd round here for this year. Shaun Cole was our victor last month as we were at Alton Park.
January.
Oh, I'm sorry, January. That's right, that was January. That's right, you kicked off the year with a win, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Off track. No.
Five minutes remaining. 5 minutes remaining in qualifying, drivers.
I was just looking at Oldis's car, the nose of his car. I
Yeah.
thought, is that the devil on his car? And then his car went by, and I noticed his car number 666.
666.
I guess so.
I guess so. Wow, that's wonder how he racked up that sponsorship.
United States government.
Oh, ouch! Ouch! Oh my goodness! goodness. Oh my goodness.
The Biden
Yes.
sponsorship.
Yeah, I think I just changed my last name. Kevin Smith with you here on the Hotlap. Yeah, we just all went incognito. Oh,
Hey.
I love it. That was a good one, man. That was good. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's how it loops. Okay, that's good to know.
That's how it gets out from underneath you, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how,
good to know that. Yeah.
That's how you do one of those parking videos. I'm still driving this thing like a GT, and I need to settle down and let it use its corner grip better. I'm over slowing it down to compensate for not having the right corner balance. Is what it feels like I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Aero Nom won Alton Park last month.
Oh man, I am missing my marks all of a sudden too. Brennan Horan, third.
Oh, Brennan Horn all the way up to P3, the driver that
Sorry.
came in late to the session.
Sorry, Brian.
Oh, all good. I already screwed up the lap.
Only 2 minutes left. 2.5.
130.532 out of that number 13 of Brennan Horn. He bumped Shaun Cole now down to P4, putting him on the outside of row 2 for the start of our grid tonight.
Do you have to go to first on that one, Brian, or are you at second?
I stay in second.
Okay.
Brian
First
Heitkotter.
at all, Brian?
Nope.
Yeah, first seems a little problematic. I think I might drop it one spot, but I need to not do that.
Brian doesn't want no snappiness. All right, we're winding down now. Qualifying slowly coming to an end here with just 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Brian Heitkotter sitting P1, Aldous Butelli sitting P2 on the board. Brennan Horn has now moved to P3, pushing Shaun Cole to P4. Row 3 will be made up of the number 7 of John Hill with the number 66 of Kenneth Thiestepp to his outside. Edgar Sancinelli from Frito Sport Racing will make up the inside of row 4 as it sits right now with Robby Unser to his outside. Watching Aldous Butelli here as he's coming around, looking to better his time here as he's sitting on a 128.615, currently a half a second back from Brian Heitkotter. Aldous gets a nice clean run through center chicane. Heading down into that tight wrapping hairpin of turn 15. Here we go. Let's see if he can get a nice run up off this exit. And he does. Keeps that rear end underneath of him. Goes right to the bottom. Let's see what kind of time he can land here. Not able to improve on that 28.615. Oh, and he dumps it into the inside wall out of turn 1. He is not going to have time to start another lap as we are down to the final 5 seconds of qualifying. All right, folks, there you go. There is the checkerboard for qualifying.
Woof.
All right, drivers, you have 1 minute and 45 seconds to get on the grid. 1 minute and 45 seconds to grid, drivers.
All right. Let's do this.
Man, it sucks. I actually would have had a decent. I says I could have run a low 31, a high 30.
All right,
Nice.
drivers, we have a
I
full
never saw
pace
that.
lap here. A full pace lap here at Jerez.
You know, this is almost like Juarez. I'm sure that the neighborhood's very different.
Oh, yes. All right, drivers, let's keep that racing clean out there. Keep that racecraft up. And most of all, let's have a good time out here tonight. We're all after that T-shirt, you bet. And also to punch that ticket, that golden ticket to that December 21st championship in December. That's right. The winner of our second feature event here this evening will win an entry into that race to win $500 in sim racing equipment. That can happen in tonight's event. Let's make sure that we keep that situation awareness up out there, and let's have some fun.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everybody.
All right, drivers, we will pack up and pair up out of turn 6. Drivers, out of turn 6, we will start to tighten the field up at that point. You may go single file at this time, and tire scrubbing is allowed. You may go single file at this time. Tire scrubbing is allowed.
So there's no one actually behind me, right? Because there's only
I'm
9
sorry,
of us.
not out of turn 6. Out of turn 10, we will pack up. My bad. Out of turn 10.
You're gonna make me count. Which one is that?
As a reference, turn 10 is the final right-hander prior to the Senna chicane. That tight Senna
Oh yeah,
chicane
you're
at
in the
end.
front. You can't do like in church and just do what everyone else does. That's what I'm gonna do.
Like in church. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, as a reminder, drivers, if you do have to escape to the pits, try not to do that. You need to drive your car to the pit to pick up that fast repair. Again, you must drive to the pits to get your fast repair if you find yourself involved in an incident tonight. If you escape to the pits, you will be disqualified. That means your car has been severely damaged, and well, we don't want cars out on the track completely beat up. So if you can drive to the pits and get the fast repair, you're all good.
Andrews, that is a very good question or comment or observation. Yeah, who knows?
What is it? What did you say?
Oh, he said, how come my racing doesn't have a shortened pace lap like they do for Spa?
Oh, yeah, right.
Which they pretty much should just do for every. It's like, come on, we're sim
Yeah,
racing.
really.
Yeah,
right.
right.
There's
yeah,
no
exactly.
festivities to be had.
Right.
You know, just
Yep.
send it.
You gotta give some of these people the full experience. You know what I mean?
The field is now heading up into turn 9. Heading
wanna
into
hear the
turn 9.
crowd.
Out of turn 10, we will tighten up.
Well, I mean, it's Spain. There could be a lot of Hooters up there in them hills.
Yeah, I want to see the crowd.
Pole sitter, we will be going on iRacing green. Pole sitter, we will be going on iRacing green.
So no one's
All right,
technically
drivers, let's
behind
tighten
me,
up
right?
here when we come out of the Senna chicane. Out of the Senna chicane.
Who?
Yeah.
All right.
Does he
let's
know
get
that
2
you're
by
using
2,
his
2
name?
by 2. Let's pack up and pair up as we head down to the final corner. All right, drivers, we'll be sending the pace car home. We're sending the pace car home. Let's maintain pace car speed. Pole sitter, maintain pace car speed.
That's just to me, by the way.
Stand by for the start, drivers. We're going on iRacing green.
Go giddy, 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 go.
Green, 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 drivers. Heading up into turn 1, Brian Heitkotter gets a nice launch on the start, takes over P1. Behind him is the Aldous Butelli in that 666 car. They head down through turn 3. Aldous Butelli goes around. Oh, and he catches the 13. John Hill now seeing trouble. Edgar Sancinelli goes to the inside to avoid traffic. Back to the front of the field. Edgar Sancinelli trying to regroup and re-enter the track here on the inside. He re-enters the track, coming back on in P4. We'll head back to the front of the field. Brian Heitkotter now coming out of turn 6, heading down into turn 7, has opened up a substantial lead here as P2, the number 39 of Shaun Cole, holding down that second position with a fair amount of distance over P3, Robby Unser. Leader heading through 9 and 10. Watching the Simpit car, that blue and orange machine, heading into turn 10 now. They'll be heading out towards center chicane. Looking back now at P3, that number 9 of Robby Unser. Robby looking to get a nice podium here in tonight's event. Let's see if he can make it through both of these events here without incident. Going back to the field here. Number 66, Kenneth Estep, having a good run, holding down P4 as we speak. He has a lot of pressure from the number 57 from Frito Sport Racing, Edgar Sancinelli, right in tow as they head up the hill to turn 1. Brennan Horn, a very skilled, experienced driver in that number 13 car. Both Edgar Sancinelli and the 13 Extreme Motorsports drivers, they're used to competing together quite a bit as they both go hand in hand and get a run around Robby Unser here.
Who's passing me?
Oh, sorry, that wasn't Robby, that was Kenneth Estep. My bad, that was Kenneth. And Aldous Butelli goes around again in the background. Aldous having one heck of a night here, keeping this car underneath him. Very uncharacteristic for that 666 machine. Edgar Sancinelli starting to stretch his legs a little bit now. Finds himself up in that P4 position, trying to make a run on Robby Unser. Edgar goes wide in turn 9. He heads up into turn 10, manages to hold the position, but goes wide once again. He's going to get overtaken on the inside. What a race we're having here is that 13 car of Brennan Horn. Wow, what a move he made on the inside of Edgar there at that mistake at turn 8. Edgar goes through turn 9, pushes wide once again, and Brennan Horn says, hey, you're going to open that door. I'm going to walk right through it. Brennan now finds himself P4 as he heads back up into turn 1. Robby Unser doing a great job now as he's heading down through turn 3, keeping this beautiful BMW hybrid V8 underneath him. As he's looking to land a podium finish here tonight. Round 1 of 2. This first race is 15 minutes in length. We're 11 minutes remaining here in this event, just 4 minutes into the event. Brian Heitkotter with a commanding lead, sitting on a 7.3 second lead now over second place Shaun Cole. Shaun giving that Simpit machine everything it has. 130.699 is his best lap so far. Watching that 9 car of Robby Unser now, sitting on a 132.822 lap time, holding down P3 comfortably now. 4-second gap between he and Brennan Horn. See if Brennan is able to close up that gap any. As he's working that 13 machine down into the final corner here. He's closed up 3/10 here just in the last 3 corners. Did you take notice, Robby? 3/10 of a second was closed upon you there, buddy.
Hey, man, he should be already by me.
3.4 second gap now between the 13 and the 9 of Robby Unser. As these two drivers are battling for that podium position. Of course, keep in mind, folks, we are going to be inverting this grid. What that means is the top 8 drivers are going to get flip-flopped for the start of the second final feature race tonight, which will be 20 minutes in length. The driver that finishes in 8th place in this first race will actually start on the pole of race 2. So no qualifying for our second race tonight. That'll the grid will be set by finishing order. However, top 8 inverted. Top 8 inverted. Watching that 13 now, trying to chip away at Robby's position, but not happening so much. Robby Unser doing a great job keeping that gap at 3.5 seconds. Oh, Brendan takes a lot of curbing on Senna chicane there on the inside of turn 12. Watch him race down through turn 14. This seems to be the area of the track that he's able to close in just a little bit on that 9 car. Once we get up into sector 1 and 2, Robby's able to pull back away at that point. We'll head up here and join Robby Unser as he heads out of turn 1 here. See what he's doing to make a difference. Gets a nice late apex there through 2, heading down into 3. I think the biggest thing these drivers are finding here tonight is keeping the tail end of that car underneath of them when they're putting the power down, coming off exit. The car can get really twitchy, 640 horsepower being applied to that rear end. And when you don't have a ton of downforce, whew, boy, she'll step out on you real quick. It can be twitchy. Coming out of 6, watching Robby heading down through 7 now. That gap has shrunk to 2.4 seconds now. Edgar Sancinelli trying to chip away on Brennan Horn, but not able to do it. It looks like Brennan is actually pulling away now from P5, that number 57 Frito Sport Racing machine, falling back now about 6 seconds, 6.5 seconds back from Robby Unser, about 3.6 back from Brennan Horn. Brennan now back to almost 3 seconds now. Robby stretching the gap out a little bit. It's almost an accordion effect now happening between these two drivers. Brian Heitkotter, well, he's opened up a 12.5 second lead now over our second place driver, Shaun Cole. Step back up to the front of the field here and see how things are going for Mr. Heitkotter. Keeping that car nice and clean as he heads out of turn 5 now, heading down that very fast hill and then up the hill into that heavy braking at turn 6. Man, it is daunting getting down into that corner. Takes a nice wide track out off of 6, using up every inch of that track to get as much horsepower as he can off of these exits. The corners are where it's happening here, especially at Jerez. You got a lot of straightaway speed off of these exits, but man, you better hit those entries just right in order to produce the speed that you want out of that center apex point and carry that all the way down that next straightaway to the next brake zone. That's where you make up time. Brian coming into that tight hairpin here of turn 15. It's a nice smooth run off the exit. Textbook drive out of Mr. Heitkotter here this evening. Aldis Putelli bringing it back down pit road. Aldis just not having the night that he was hoping for here this evening. I think that 666 machine was really looking forward to punching that golden ticket here tonight. I believe we have John Hill. No, that is Robby Unser coming up through turn 1 here. Robby maintaining that 2.5 second gap. Now Brennan was able to close that up a couple laps ago. He was able to stretch in about 0.8 of a second. But since that time, Robby has been able to maintain that 2.5 second gap. He only has to do it for another 5 minutes here. Pressure now starting to build as we get in that 5-minute window here. The hot lap jitters are starting to set in. Head up to Shaun Cole here. Shaun having a little bit of an off-track move there. Let's see if he can regain control of that 39 as he heads back through turn 10. Obviously lost a lot of gap to the leader. Now an 18-second gap. Now only a 4-second gap between himself and Robby Unser. You can see in the background there that 9 car heading through center chicane. We'll see him again in the background. There he is, coming out of turn 14 back there. The gap between P2 and P3 has shrunk up. Brennan Horn now trying to tighten that up a little bit as we're down to 4 minutes to go. 2.2-second gap. As we step back to, or step up to Brian Heitkotter now, heading down towards turn 6. I would imagine probably 2 laps to go. We may have 3 laps to go. We'll see how that plays out. Brian laying down some incredible lap times here. 128.577. Good Gertie. Stretching his legs here this evening. Textbook drive out of that 05. Oh, we got a car off track there, the 68. Joseph Anacoli finding himself out there in the sand pit. Let's see if he can get that car back on track. That number 39 is Shaun Cole feeling the pressure now. That 9 of Robby Unser. Just a 5-second gap between those 2 drivers. 3 minutes remaining here in this first event. Again, the finishing order of race 1 will determine the grid for race 2 with an inverted start of the top 8. Yes, that's right. Everybody but P9 will be inverted for race 2. Robby Unser, boy, really having to work it coming down into that final corner. Robby feeling a little bit of that pressure from behind as Brennan Horn is 2.3 seconds back. Head back in the field here, get a quick look on how drivers are faring. Quite a battle going on back here between Edgar Sancinelli and Joseph Antacoli. Let's see if he's able to, that number 57 car, really working that 66. The 66 feeling the pressure. Kenneth Estep. Just a 1.3-second gap between the 2 drivers. Robby Unser. There's Shaun Cole coming up into turn 9. These double right-handers of 9 and 10. It's a good run out of 9. 21-second gap to the leader. All these 2 drivers need to do, and I'm speaking of the podium, the 39 and the 9 just need to maintain their composure and get through this race. Okay, we should have white flag now. White flag this time by. Let's see if, I don't know if the leader, I think Brian Heitkotter actually got across the line. You have white flag, Brian? No white flag yet? No.
Nope.
Not yet. We're going to have an extra lap here. Brian now coming down into turn 6.
Dang it.
Brian, I have to say you've done a beautiful job learning this track, man. You're driving this thing like you've been on it for 10 years. But no pressure.
This one was the hardest.
Yes, right? Watch Brian through 9 and 10 there. He'll be coming around to get the white flag here through center chicane. We'll step back, take a look at Shaun Cole now, 22.8 seconds back from our leader. But what a run for Shaun here in our first heat race here this evening. It's a good run out of 10. Heading down into center chicane. Let's check on Robby Unser as he's feeling the pressure now.
Hanging on.
Hanging on. 1.2-second gap now back to Brennan Horn. That gap has been closed up, and we're coming around for the white flag. We are going to have a bit of an exciting race here
Oh,
between
yeah.
P3 and P4. Hot lap challenge does not let us down. Here we go. Robby takes a nice big wide exit. Oh, Brennan gets a little loose off the exit. Here we go. We're going to stay with this battle. Brian Heitkotter out there nice and comfortable in the lead here on this final lap. Brennan Horn now has found himself 0.5 behind Robby Unser. Heading down through turn 3 here. Pretty fast corner now. This will come up into this fast exit of 4. Robby does a great job, opens up that gap to 0.7. Out of 5 now. This is that big run down that hill up into the heavy brake zone of 6. Let's see if Robby's able to keep the car under control here through 6. Nice job. Late apex gets a nice run out of 6. The gap is still 0.5. Through 6, Robby's been really good through this section here tonight. Coming through 7. Or I'm sorry, out of 8. Now into 9. Double right-handers here. Now into 10. The gap gets closed up as they head towards the center chicane. Brendan Horn putting the pressure on. Now just a 1 car length gap through center chicane as they exit and come up through 13. Robby gets loose. They're side by side as they head out of 14, coming down to the final corner. Brendan Horn takes him on the inside. Brendan's going to hold that gap through 15. Robby Unser comes right up on his back and not able to hold it. Brendan Horn takes over P3. What a run out of that driver. Wow, that was an incredible finish here to Heat 1.
Bummer.
Nice job.
Brian, Robby displaying his disdain here at the end of that race.
No, I screwed up. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I got out, I hit that 1 curb and that stupid thing, the traction control hit, and he was there.
Oh gosh. Yep.
That's all right.
That's all it takes. 1 little mistake, but it was a great display of just how much just the minor mistake, what it can do to the other driver, the opportunity that it presents.
Yeah, well, and he was way faster than me, if I'm real. So,
well, yeah, he was
we're
closing.
honest
He was
about it,
closing,
shit.
but I'll tell you though, Robby, man, you actually opened the gap a couple of times on him. You really made him earn
that's
it.
what I'm
He
saying.
had to work
As
for it.
much better as he was, I'm okay.
Yep. I think you did really well there, Bubba.
All right, I gotta go change my underwear.
All right, drivers, great job out there. I know we have a couple of cars coming around to finish up here. Great win for Mr. Brian Heitkotter and Shaun Cole taking P2 here in our event this evening. A great race for P3 and P4 there. That was quite a doozy. Coming up on our 5-minute warm-up here, drivers. 5-minute warm-up between sessions. You're welcome to go out on track and get a few practice laps in before we switch over to our top 8 inverted grid for race 2. That's right, drivers. The winner of race 1 will be starting P8 for race 2.
Okay, I ran as soon as I hit the checkered because I was like, oh wait, I don't know if we have a warm up on this.
Yep, we do. 5-minute warm-up.
Okay, good. Oh, my back is stowed.
Hey, Robby. Oh, I'll let Robby know when he comes back. Actually, Robby stepped away. I'll let him know, Brennan.
All of us. Oh, that was crazy at the start. The cold tires, oldest. Like, if you kiss the curb and you're on cold tires, it is so hard to not go around on this.
Right.
I mean, even when they're warm, a couple of these curbs are really unsettling because of the angle and the flatness of the corner. Like, no camber helping you, you know?
Yeah, none whatsoever. Yeah, it's a very flat track. I mean,
Yeah.
other than those few little rises into a couple of the entries,
Yeah.
it's
But you
pretty
wouldn't call
much
it
flat.
elevation free, so it's not like Sebring
Exactly.
flat, right?
Right,
It's just
right.
the corners are flat.
Yep.
All right, 3 minutes. I'm gonna stretch.
Sounds good. Let's see if we have any takers. Yeah, we do have a taker out there, and I would imagine that the 666, he certainly want to get back out there on track. I'm sure Aldous is kicking himself as well, having a couple of spins there in that first race as the amount of laps that he put in. Oh my goodness, there he goes again, catching that curb going into center chicane. Very uncharacteristic of Aldi. I'll say, well, maybe he's feeling a little under the weather today. We'll see how he does here in race 2. Watch him come up out of the pits here.
Did you change your setup much, Brian, or do you pretty much run something stock?
Brian, I think Brian stepped away. Robby, Brennan Horn jumped on the mic and said to you, hey, I really enjoyed the race there at the end. So,
okay,
yeah,
good.
he had a fun battle with you. Yeah. I told him, I said, I think Robby stepped away. I'll let him know when he returns.
Isn't Brian on track, or am I watching someone else?
Yeah, no, I was accidentally on mute. My bad.
Oh, there you go, Brian.
No, I'm using basically.
Someone robbed this stuff.
I'm using the high downforce, Robby.
High downforce. That's what I thought
Yeah.
I went to. Let me make sure that's what I want. High downforce. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I went for.
It feels a lot different with the extra couple gallons in for this longer race too. So.
What did you run before?
6.5.
Oh, okay. What are you running now?
So 8.5 now. Which might be a little too much, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Okay. How long is this race?
The extra 5 minutes, isn't it?
Okay.
Yes, 20 minutes. You'll want 7 gallons of fuel for this one. Yeah, watching Aldous, he's really trying to find his rhythm here again.
All right. Oh, you can stretch, but it doesn't mean the back feels better.
Right. All right, here we go, folks. We are getting ready for our switchover.
666.
All right, drivers, here we go. This is our final event of the evening. This will be a 20-minute race. This will be a 20-minute race. Make sure you have your fuel set accordingly. Again, a 20-minute race, 5 minutes longer than our prior race. You'll need 1.5 gallons more of fuel than you needed for the first race if you went that tight with fuel. Again, this is a 20-minute feature race. This is an inverted top 8 on the grid. If you haven't already noticed, I'm sure you have. Again, top 8 inverted grid drivers. So that means racecraft is going to be key tonight, guys.
So,
Let's
Shaun,
not
are
push
you on my
anybody off
tail?
the track. Let's make sure that we're keeping our racecraft
You
nice
outside
and
or
sharp out there. I will be watching in
I'm
race
inside.
control to make sure that we don't have any
Okay, so you're right
unnecessary
behind
car
me.
contact. Let's have some fun out there
Aldous
tonight.
is right behind
and I wish
you.
all of you the best of luck. Again, we're
So
giving away
Brian's
that
gonna be
Ricmotech t-shirt.
My catty
And the winner
corner.
of this
I'll try to
event
stay out of your
We'll
way.
get your name
I
and
was gonna
contact
say, I can
information. This will
defend
punch your
you.
golden ticket into the December
You have
21st
blue
final
squigglies
event
on your
to
car?
win
Yeah,
$500
blue
in
stripes.
sim racing gear.
I couldn't
All
find
right,
chrome.
drivers, the pace car will be deploying in 5 seconds.
I went for pretty colors.
I like it. Looks good. Oh, we're rolling.
I need to get better Ricmotech paints, but
I like Brian's paint job.
All right, drivers, we may go single file. We may go single
We're always,
file
two
until we
variations of the
exit
same
turn
thing,
10.
Shaun.
Hang
Yeah,
tire
exactly.
scrub
I
at
like
this
the
time.
paints.
Please use caution, though. Please use caution.
Brian, that was a really nice run there, considering you got to, like, it's hard to run alone and nail everything for me. That was well done.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you. Honestly, what I found was it just cruising was actually really fast.
Yeah.
Not pushing the car.
that hunch about this car. I just can't get myself to do it.
Yeah, you got to let it be. It's a sports car.
Yep.
You know, it technically is not supposed to be hard to drive. You know,
Yeah, right.
it's supposed to just do it.
I like the taillights. What was that, the Furai Mazda thing?
Yeah.
Very
Do you
artistic.
find it pushes at all generally, Brian, or no?
In the high-speed corners, yeah, it's kind of pushy.
Okay. All right.
I tried lower downforce
Like you
for
gotta-
a while. I didn't like it.
Right. Yeah, I took some rear wing out. I didn't like it. I just ended up stiffening up my rear sway bar. Called it good.
I think it's another one of those classic iRacing cars that'll overheat its fronts if you like cook it into 2 or 3 corners in a row,
Okay.
and then you get under
Well, early
here.
on, arrow-wise, it just seems to be light in the front. If you don't get the turn in dead perfect. If you get the turn in perfect, it'll do it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So I softened my front bar and stiffened my rear bar. That did help me. But I'm a long way from being where you guys are. Of course, I can honestly say I never saw this place on anything till tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, you're about as cold.
Wow.
You're as cold as
However
cold
many
gets.
laps I got.
Yeah.
I thought we were in Mexico, so there's where I'm at. I'm looking for
love it.
guacamole in freaking Tulsa.
That's great.
Shit.
That's great. All
Trying
right,
to hand me
drivers, let's
wine.
pack up and pair up at this time. Let's use caution going through the center
I thought
chicane.
we did it out of the center chicane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, my bad. All right, a little safer to pack up here. Let's go ahead and pack up and pair up coming out of the chicane. Thank you, Robby, for enlightening me on that.
You're only talking to us.
Am I not coming through the channel?
Nope.
So you're dead last there, Brian. You ought to be able to get a whaling run on this. I'll move to the right if you do.
Check, 1,
Yeah.
2.
I don't know whether to do that.
All right,
or
drivers,
just
prepare for
hang
the
back
start.
and
Okay,
save.
do it.
Are you not getting audio in
Do
the
it.
session?
Do it.
I think I heard you that time. I wasn't.
Oh, you
paying
did.
attention.
Go. Right there. Go.
Green. Oh, okay. That's what's wrong. I know what's wrong. A little bit of crowded action there at turn 1. Oof. Little bit of contact there between the 57.
Oh! Hello.
68
Why'd
car
you do
having
that?
a little bit of a run in again as they are coming down into
Wow. All of a sudden, there's no grip.
out of 5, heading up into 6. Boy, we have a lot of busy action out here on track. Shaun Cole 3 wide coming up into turn 6 here. Watching the 9 car, Robby Unser still maintaining the lead here. He's got a little bit of pressure from behind now. Actually, 2 cars putting a little bit of pressure on from behind. That 66 and the 666. That's Aldous Butelli in that purple and black machine. They head through 9, the double right-hander, now into 10. Aldous Butelli takes over that position now. P2. See if he's able to maintain that and work his way up to the front. They head down into that final hairpin. Aldous Butelli now right on the heels of the number 9 of Robby Unser. The 05 car of Brian Heitkotter now sitting P3 as we watch Aldous do a little bit of dance. Coming off.
Oh, I let a lap. I'm doing a dance. I'm out.
Robby Unser still maintaining that lead and getting himself. Well, it'd be nice if you got a bonus point for that, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
That was a great start, Robby.
Yep. Yeah, that was beautiful. Heading back through the field here.
Right there,
Oh.
man. That Tucker's pushing.
Oh, Shaun goes sideways, but straightens it right back out, and Edgar Sancinelli goes sideways behind him. Oh, and he backs it into the wall and loses the rear wing, gets a little bit of damage on the front end. Oh, very unfortunate for Edgar Sancinelli. Let's see if he can get that car righted, get back out on track. There he goes. Boy, he's going to lose a lot of downforce without that wing on the back. Shaun Cole now Very comfortably sitting P6. Let's see if he's able to work his way back up through the field. Watching that 7 car of John Hill now. Looking to improve on his finish here in race 2. John, a regular here in the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge. Boy, we still see that pile of 4 cars coming through that center chicane. What a race we have on our hands here as we go back to the front of the field. And it is still that 9 car of Robby Unser as Aldous Butelli looks wide to the outside, but Heitkotter now goes to the
I'm
outside.
so sorry,
Oh no,
Aldous.
Robby gets loose and hits Aldous Butelli, takes them both out. Robby now tries to right himself in traffic. Decides to not go down
dude,
pit
I'm
road,
so sorry.
back out on track. Oh, Robby Unser regains. Here we go. This is what we saw. We thought this might happen as we go back to the front of the field. Brian Heitkotter
I
now
lost my
feeling
front.
some pressure.
I didn't know you were out there. Sorry.
That 13 car of Brennan Horn putting the pressure on a Brian Heitkotter. Oh, we got a race on our hands here for this finale. Both drivers heading up into turn 6 here. Very daunting brake zone. Brian Heitkotter gets a nice run off the exit as he's been doing all night, textbook driving. Now that Brennan Horn has had some time in the car as he was a latecomer to the session, did not get any practice time in as he goes a little wide there, but he's able to recover. Well, nice job recovering. Was able to get that car right back down into the apex of turn 9 there. Picked up a little bit of speed and actually regained any time that he lost there as he heads through the center chicane. But you can see Brennan really working the car, still trying to really find the limits of the machine here, where Brian has had a little more time in the car this evening here at Jerez. Brennan doing one heck of a job, though, keeping that distance. Just 1 second back now from our leader, Brian Heitkotter. Let's take a step back through the field here. Got our eyes on that 68 machine. Joseph Antipoli. Edgar Sancinelli having another incident. Unfortunate night for Edgar here in that Frito Sport Racing machine. Having a time coming through center chicane. A little comment there out of the second place car, wanting Ryan to let up a little bit so that they can have a little more punchy run time out there together.
Sounds like sandbagging to me.
Yeah, it sounds like sandbagging. Yeah, I got a feeling Brian's going to keep his throttle to the floor there as he's wanting to take home that golden ticket to December's championship event here. Back to that 7 car in P3, John Hill. John doing a great job holding down P3 here tonight. What a run for John. He's going to be feeling a little bit of pressure here, though, as Shaun Cole is starting to close that gap, just 2.1 seconds back. We'll see if Shaun can get himself back into a podium position. That would be a nice spot for Pride to walk away from this event here tonight. And a car and a track that he was not familiar with at all, to come away with a podium would be a great accolade for that Simpit machine. Let's see if he's able to get that done here tonight. Well, as we step back here, we'll go all the way back to P5.
No, we don't need to go to P5.
No, we don't need to go to P5. Yeah, we found P5. Yeah, we did.
Way
Robby
back
Unser.
there.
Yeah, he's taking a step back from being up front.
Dude, I
there.
found these people. They were hanging out in the grandstands. I decided to talk to them for a while.
Hey, good job. You know, you've always been our community expert, so we appreciate you sharing some chat time with the fans.
Yeah, I mean, they were nice people.
Nice.
They were from Mexico, so it made me, you know.
Oh, it made you feel right at home, I guess, huh?
I was like, hey, now I understand where I'm at.
Got any guacamole?
got
Yeah,
any
right.
guacamole there?
Exactly.
Some
Come
salsa?
on. Yeah, let's have some
A
nachos.
bit of queso
Come
and
on.
chili.
I love it. Got our eyes on that 68 machine. Joseph Anacoli having a good run tonight up there in P6. He found himself actually in the feature
John
here,
looped it.
having a really good run. Oh no, did Shaun loop it?
No, John did.
Oh, John did, okay. Oh, Shaun's dragging a cone under his car here. Oh, that's unfortunate for John Hill. No, John is. John's got a cone under his car. Let's see if he's able to get rid of that. It looks like it's bogging his car down a little bit. He's struggling to get up to speed. Goodness sakes. Yeah, there goes the cone. He finally got it out from underneath the car, and there he goes. Boy, that cost him some time. Hell, Robby Unser, man, that's going to pull him right up to the rear end of John Hill. This could be an opportunity for Robby to make up another spot here. Robby just 2.4 seconds back now from John. '57 of Edgar Sancinelli. Back running again with his Brito Sport Racing machine there as he heads out of 5. We'll head back up to the front. There's the Simpit machine of Shaun Cole doing a great job holding down P3. Shaun running some good lap times here, just 13 seconds off the leader. This is a 20-minute feature race tonight, folks. 11 minutes remaining in our event here as Shaun runs a little deep into the center chicane. Does one heck of a job recovering the car there into that first wrap of the chicane. Good job. Tires might be a little bit slick after getting them loose there through the chicane. Latest adjustments to the tire model here on iRacing has brought forth some very interesting tire characteristics, far more realistic in the fact that they do fall off a little quicker than they used to. Takes a little bit more time to get them up to temperature. Shaun Cole doing a great job just keeping that car stable, keeping it under him. Looking to bring home a podium here tonight. Back to that 13 car of Brennan Horn. Brennan just giving it everything he has to try to hang in there with that leader, Brian Heitkotter. Brian bringing some of his real-world experience to the sim tonight, and really doing some textbook driving around here as GP this evening. Brennan Horn, no slouch though. I mentioned earlier, he's very quick in those smaller cars. You put him in that Mazda MX-5, and I'll tell you what, he can put up quite a show. Does a pretty good job in our World Challenge as well. He's running in the AM class and faring pretty well over there. But I tell you, to see him in this hybrid V8 tonight doing so well, my gosh, I may try to talk him into running the V8 in our World Challenge next season. Of course, he may consider it with as well as he's run tonight. He may find himself really liking this car. It'd be great to see him out there at GTP.
Yeah, rough night, Oldest. I saw half your message there.
Ryan Heitkotter now through turn 6, carrying that long track out into 7. Oh! Boy, Brian really displaying Brendan making a yeah, there you go. Yeah, you should, Brendan. It'd be great to have you over there in this car. Yep. Brian, it seems that you're feeling pretty comfortable with the car. It's nice to be able to talk to you as you're winning the race here. No distractions, right? But you have about 7 minutes to go, so we won't bother you too bad. But I'll let you get out of this corner here. But yeah, it looks like you're feeling pretty comfortable.
It does require concentration, that's for sure. One little mistake, that's all it takes.
Boy, yeah, we've certainly have found that out tonight. We've seen a lot of overtaking occur from just very minor little miscues. But when you have a car that's carrying 640 horsepower and the driver in front of you makes a slight mistake, it's quite readily available to press that throttle and make a move. When you say go, this car, it gets up and goes. Yep. Ryan working turn 8 now, heading up into that double rights of turns 9 and 10 here. Again, just under 7 minutes remaining. The winner of this event tonight will take home one of the Ricmotech Racing Simulators t-shirt. They will also punch that golden ticket. They'll get that entry into the finale coming up on December 21st this year. Or the driver that wins the feature in that finale comes away with $500 in shopping gear at Ricmotech. And while I'm on that topic, why not go to ricmotech.com after the race, of course. Don't want to take your eyes off all this action here this evening. Back to Edgar Sancinelli as he goes deep again into that corner. Oh my goodness, touches the tire wall. He's going to be able to back up and rewrite the car though, back onto track. Looks like he's clear to re-enter. Unfortunate to see that out of Edgar. Back to that 68 machine. Joseph Anacoli still holding on to P6 here, having a good run tonight. Just ahead of him, heading up into turn 1 there. That number 7 car of John Hill. John having a little bit of an issue earlier. Was actually giving Edgar Sancinelli a bit of a run there, but had a little bit of a miscue at the center chicane. So that set him back a bit of a distance there. And then, of course, Edgar made a mistake, and now he's back behind John Hill and Joseph Anacoli. Edgar finds himself back in P6 now. Joseph now up to P5. Good buddy Shaun Cole from the Simpit holding down P3 as we get a glance of him in that number 39 as he heads up into those double rights of turns 9 and 10. So much concentration required in cars like this with this amount of horsepower. You heard Brian talking about it earlier, and you know, the mistakes just come so quickly in a car like this because it's right on the edge. That back end can step out, and if you're not ready to correct and make the necessary adjustment to catch the car, boy, she can go around on you real fast.
Yeah, I'm not blinking much.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, you have just that one straight between 5 and 6, really, to kind of rest your eyes and hands a little bit. The turns come at you pretty quick when you're driving a car like this. Nice job up out of 5 there. Watch Shaun Cole head down into that very daunting brake zone of turn 6. We've talked about it all night. Very, very heavy brakes, very tough to get around that corner just right. Then it brings you out off of 6. You got a little bit of off camber coming off that exit down through 7 here, and then into this very fast wrapping carousel of 8. And of course that takes you right back track left, and then you got to switch into double right-handers. It's a busy track here, no doubt about it. 3.5 minutes remaining. Head up and see how that 13 car is faring. A Brennan Horn. Brennan doing a great job. Do a little wiggle dance off that final exit. Getting the power down as he heads up into turn 1 here at Giris. Well, you can see even Brennan there having a time keeping that back end under him, getting a little bit of wiggly out there. But again, what a challenge we put together here tonight with a relatively new car to iRacing, and certainly not one that everybody has driven, because not everyone is keen to certain vehicles that are available on iRacing. Most drivers, if they're smart about their tactics of driving, they typically will not go from car to car to car. If they're competing, certainly in the official series, and really trying to set themselves into a championship in the official series, they will more than likely find themselves suited to one particular car, maybe two if they're running a couple of series. But yeah, it's best to get your arms around one vehicle and then really attack all of the tracks on that circuit with that one car. So much diversity between all of the different vehicles and break points, and the list just goes on and on and on. The variety of driving tactics and skill that needs to be learned to jump into different vehicles. And you have drivers like Brian Heitkotter that's a master at that. As you can see, he came out here tonight with 0.000 experience in the car and track. And here he is laying down a textbook drive. Mr. Heitkotter in that beautiful Ricmotech Simpit BMW Hybrid V8 as he approaches turn 6. He'll have one more shot around this course for the checker flag as he picks up the white flag as he comes around this next time by. It's a nice smooth run out of turn 7, now into 8. Brian, you might just learn all the corner names by me calling them out. You'll have this track down pat by the time we leave here tonight.
Like, I don't even know my own street name. I just know where to turn to go home.
That's right. Oh, wait, there I am. Turn right. Good stuff. All right, watching that 05 machine come up off the final corner and head out onto the front straightaway. He's going to take that white flag. Did you get the white flag? Yeah, you should have. Yeah, you did. Yep, white flag is out. One more time around this 15-turn, 2 3/4 mile road course. Located here in Jerez, Japan. Jerez, Spain. Yeah, we're about 90 miles south of Seville. Beautiful weather today here in Spain for our Hotlap Humpday Challenge. Always like when that happens. Heading up into turn 6. Whoa, he comes in a little bit deep there. Ho, ho, ho. Still gets a good run through the corner. Saw a quick glimpse of the 57 there, having another little issue, but still going to be able to maintain his P6 position. Got a little bit of a gap over Robby Unser. Brian Heitkotter now working his way down into center chicane. We'll stay with him as he's coming around on the final couple of corners here as he heads out of turn 14. That Ricmotech Simpit machine of Brian Heitkotter coming off the final corner, puts the power down and approaches his way to the checker flag. There it is. Brian Heitkotter taking the win tonight for our March edition of 2023 Hotlap Humpday Challenge. Fantastic win there, Brian. Great job, buddy. Great drive. And we'll head back and look for that second place driver coming across the line. There he is. What a drive out of that number 13. Great drive tonight there. Yep, congrats to all the drivers out there, and a big congratulations to Brian Heitkotter, our winner here this evening at Jerez GP. GP course here in Spain. We do appreciate all of you coming out. Brian, congrats to your win there, buddy. And a congratulations to Brennan Horn, runner-up tonight, coming in second place, not far behind our leader, Brian Heitkotter. Do appreciate it. And Brian has punched that golden ticket as he is heading to the finale on December 21st. He's one of two other drivers right now that have locked in their positions. Shaun Cole, Aero Nam, and Brian Heitkotter all have golden tickets to that championship. It'll take place on December 21st. One of those three drivers, as of right now, will have a shot at that $500 and Ricmotech sim racing gear. Again, that'll be coming up in December. Be sure to join us next month on April 19th. We'll be back again for another fast Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge. That's right, surprise car and track will be coming out at 6 p.m. that night, so be sure to be ready to go as the Hot Lap Hump Day Challenge will kick off round 4 on April 19th. Big thanks to our sponsors, Simpit. My goodness, Shaun Cole, appreciate all his hard work and effort that he puts into every month bringing out the broadcast of the show here. Be sure to go back and check it out. If nothing else, watch the final couple of events here this evening. It was definitely a great show, and we do appreciate all of them, all of everyone at Simpit and all the work they do to put this event on. Big thanks to Frank Rico at Ricmotech.com. Be sure to visit their website. They have a plethora of sim racing gear, and be sure to join us for round 4 next month, April 19th. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Kevin. Very well called. Very good action. Brian Heitkotter, great run tonight. Amazing racing by you. Brennan, great job by you. Also, I'm congratulating you on the stream, but wanted you to hear it as well. But Brennan, great run there, finishing in second place. I'm pretty proud to bring home a podium. John Hill finishing in 4th place. Joseph Anticoli finishing in 5th. Edgar Santinelli, Robby Unser, Oldest Pudiclis, Kenneth Estep, Ivan Machado Perez, Jose Cabrera, Kevin Ford, Greg Cole. That is our final results after a tough but very fun race. I was afraid of the combo when I got here, and in the end I ended up really loving it. It was a fun car to drive, and yeah, so real happy with everything there. And great job, Brian. Good job.
Yeah, real good job.
Beyond that, Robby, tough day for you too, huh?
Yeah, but fun. I still
yeah.
had a good time driving it. I mean,
Considering
for me, I didn't know the track, nothing, so it was like, okay.
And considering that you had to go
Step out,
hop
yeah.
into a real car. You know, hopping to a real car from sim into real car and back to sim is always a little weird. My feet don't like it very much.
Oh, really? I got
Yeah.
no problem. It's the people on the sidewalks and everything that have a problem with it. I'm
What's
good.
the problem? Awesome. Well, fun event. So if you're watching this, whether it's during the live show or a replay later, just put it in your calendar right now. The 3rd Wednesday of every month is Hot Lap Hump Day. Next month, obviously, will be the April edition, as Kevin Ford looked up. It is the 19th. That is the 3rd Wednesday of April is the 19th. That is when we'll be back here at 3 o'clock. Let's see. That's 3 o'clock my time. That would be 6 o'clock East Coast time. We don't know the car. We don't know the track. As asked earlier, we don't even find out until the room goes live, just like you. So it'll be fun. You have to be quick to adapt to whatever it is, and it always makes it a little bit more random. Doesn't always give the same people the same advantage each and every episode. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of it. I want to thank Robby Unser for being here. I want to thank Brian Heitkotter for being here. I want to thank Kevin Ford for calling the action, and I want to thank Frank Rico and his crew, who couldn't be here today because they're doing a deal with Subaru, a special on-location deal with Subaru, so they couldn't be here today. So I want to thank them for putting it on and hosting the event and being a big part of it. So get out there, do some sim racing, join us next month, and check out Ricmotech.com. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Shaun Cole, and we will see you on the track.